episode 42. I'm your host, Sid, with my co-host.
Hey, I'm Average Trey, everyone. What's up, everyone? Yo, what's going on?
And we're here with our guest, Skinner Koopa.
Hey, what up, guys? I'll just go by
Welcome to the
Skinner,
show.
but thank you.
Oh.
The whole thing is
okay.
Skinner Koopa, so you're not wrong, but...
That was
I
all
prefer
an
Skinner.
impromptu plan to scare the audience.
I wanted to whisper intro so that it didn't immediately seem like my voice was dying.
I'm like 99% sure that I clipped the whole way through because I was so close to my mic, but oh well.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, Skinner. We were
Welcome.
supposed to
Yeah.
record. We were supposed to record yesterday, but we delayed it so that my voice would get better, and it didn't get better.
I think it
so-
sounds like 5% better than yesterday.
Oh, that's good. 5%
That's
is good.
improvement.
Yeah,
I'm
it's an
glad.
improvement.
I've
Yeah.
been beating you up the past few days.
But how's it going? Like, I missed a little bit of the pre-pod conversation. You guys had a little bit of a
Well-
confab without me.
I guess I'll start by just, introducing myself.
Sure.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, I'm a Spyro 2 speedrunner. I just do any percent, though. I'm obsessed with just beating the game as fast as possible. It's like a nice short and sweet category.
That is the
do some
80%
art.
definition, yes.
Yeah, pretty much. It's nice, but
Well,
yeah.
yeah. When it comes to Sunshine, that's an hour 20 minutes.
I
What-
almost ran Sunshine first, but I looked at that. I was like, I don't have the time for that.
Do you know what's so
Yeah.
funny is
Yeah.
that recently Elden Ring has been beaten in under 7 minutes, by
That's
the way.
hilarious.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
gosh.
So
Yeah, it's like 6:59 or something. Unless it's beaten again like 2 hours ago or something. I don't know.
I don't know the exact math on it, but Elden
Yeah.
Ring is at least 10 times shorter than Sunshine.
It's not even
Wow.
a boss rush. It's just like they zip and they fly through the air and just
the
blop
the
where they
zip's
need to
really
go.
broken.
Yeah,
Well-
it's insane.
Well, that's you run Spyro too, right, Skinner?
Yeah, Spyro 2 in particular, because it has this one mechanic that outshines the other two in my soul, in my heart. It's called the double jump, where you can jump with this extra momentum that doesn't exist in the other two Spyros. I was doing this since I was 4 years old. I was like, whoa, why am I flying way more than I should when I jump like this? So if you press X and at the peak of your jump square, right before the peak of your jump, you'll kind of do this lob. I was like, whoa, this is cool. And I was just trying to get to ledges I shouldn't be allowed to go to as a kid. And I was like, yeah, this is cool. So that's why I run that one in particular.
And you mentioned how bite size it is. It is under 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's a little thing.
Yeah.
The world record, oh my gosh, it's 7:32.
Ooh, not as bite-sized as Elden Ring, but it's in there.
yeah, not small enough. Elden Ring's too small of a game. I couldn't run that.
Yeah, how are they
No.
selling it at
Yeah.
full price? $60. What the heck?
Yeah,
It's so
Okay,
small.
on a real note though, I'd hate for developers to make games cost more than $60, but that game being only $60 is insane. There is just so much content. I mean, half
True.
is $60. I don't want it $120 or something, but oh my gosh, the amount you can play in that game is so amazing for $60.
See, it's funny because I'm on the other. I still haven't watched the King K video, Trey. But
I know you haven't.
I need to at some point. But
Yeah.
I'm on the exact opposite. I've been playing it a fair bit. Trey's been seeing me in the Steam profile. I poke up and I'm like, oh, I'm playing Elden Ring. He's just like,
Yeah.
oh, is he in pain? Why is he playing Elden Ring?
Does Sid want to do this? Is he forcing himself? I don't know.
Yeah, but the little bits I play, I find a catacomb and I'm like, dope. I'm here. Great.
Yeah.
It's good that I found this because now I just kill the next hour beating this and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. So
It's
But,
an
like,
achievement,
it-
though, to go through one of those and get it done. I mean, it's step by step, but don't force yourself to play if it's a little too
no,
much.
I'm not forcing myself to play
Okay.
it. I'm
Yeah.
just Trey's I've
An elite
complained about it a
gamer.
little bit.
I'm
The
hyperbolizing.
stamina. Yeah.
But I don't feel like that game is so as packed as everybody says it is.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
I mean, you're 40 hours in?
Yeah.
You don't even
What?
know.
You-
It's what,
dude,
that's
you're
what's
at
crazy.
the tip of the iceberg, bro.
How long do I have to play
When
this
you
game in
see
order
the
to?
map uncover, it gets nasty.
Okay, how much of the map do you think you have uncovered right now?
Yo, give us the
Well,
colors.
I think I've gone to 5 different colors, and I've done the under
the blue area.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I
Wind
just
graves,
passed.
Yeah.
I'm past the lift, the massive lift.
Mm-hmm.
that needs the two halves of the thing. I had to look that up. I had to cheat because I had no idea.
To be fair, those are they're in really random spots.
Randomly obscure spots, yeah. So
one of them's in like a random
castle.
pot in that hidden village.
Yeah,
Like,
and the one that was in
so hidden.
Caelid, right? In that like random, like behind that massive dragon, I think.
I don't remember the other one.
I don't know. I just found them pure luck. Like
I didn't find them
for you though.
So, I got to the lift and I was standing there going like, okay, well, it says for me to go this way. I don't know where to go. And then I was just like, okay, screw it. I'm looking this up. And it's just like, yeah, there's these two halves of this thing. I'm like, oh, I have one of them. And it's just like, oh, the other one's in this random tower right off the get. And I'm just like, oh, I would have never gone back there ever in my life.
Yeah. I had that one from the start, and I was like, this is going to be used for something. I was like, what's the other half? I was like so excited. Then it's just like, to get to somewhere else on the map, I guess.
Yeah, you just kind of go higher, and then it's just like, it's kind of open. And that's where I am. That's how deep I am. I've been trying to beat this horseback boss. But anyway.
Not bad.
But yeah, so that's my complaint about Elden Ring. It doesn't feel as filled as a lot of people say it is, but maybe I'm not 50 hours in yet.
You're not a true FromSoft fan.
Hey, I thought I used to be, you know? I thought...
You don't have to be like a huge fan, but if you already have 4 hours in, you clearly have some interest.
Yeah. How many hours do you have, Skinner?
I actually didn't even beat it yet. I have like 86-ish, something around there, but I'm in the yellow area in the capital. I'm so bad with the names, but
the whole capital area is so cool in my opinion.
It's pretty cool. It's kind of like a maze though. It took me a while to find from software when you like take an elevator and unlock a door, that's like a shortcut. That took me a little bit to find to the one Grace. But yeah.
I think
hey, you can call it bonfire and we'll know.
I played every FromSoft game, but I did play Bloodborne, but I didn't beat it. I've beaten all the others. I'm a huge FromSoft fan.
Well, that's good because remember in the DLC of Dark Souls 3, that one like city area?
Yeah, the with Toriaz and like there's like freaking guys. Wait, say Dark Souls 3 or 1, I'm sorry.
Dark Souls 3.
Oh fuck. Actually didn't play Dark Souls 3 DLC.
Well, in the DLC of that, there's an area.
Am I fan?
And honestly, like my favorite DLC of it, there's this city, and you're on like this balcony going over it, and the whole time I'm like, oh, when do I get to go down there? It looks really cool down there, and you never actually. It's just like a set piece. You never actually go into the city.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So the capital thing in Elden Ring was sort of like what I imagined that city would be like if it was in that game. So it was nice they put that in there. So it's like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Elden Ring has so many like quality of life like changes. It really does. Like the graces, like I remember in Dark Souls 1, you're all stuck in like Undead Hollow or like whatever the first area is called. And
it's close enough. Undead Burg.
Undead Burg, yeah, that's it. I'm so bad with names, but like, you finally get to the Taurus demon, but then you die and you have to backtrack. But Elden Ring, they had a grace every like 5 feet. Like that is the best change about the game.
Sure, it's a great change, but like every so often I'm like, oh, I just found a grace. Awesome. I got a nice new area. Great. And then I like go 20 feet forward. I'm like, oh, another grace. All right, cool. Here's
I guess they'd seem a little close, but trust me when it's better than the old games because like it got frustrating. It was like a fake challenge, I like could say. Like, oh, I went through this whole area and died the boss, and I have to go through it again. Like, I memorized attack patterns and everything.
That was part of the fun, where it was...
It is, though, yeah.
It's the realization that you don't have to fight every single enemy on the way to the boss.
Oh, you just run through,
you just, course, you speed run your way back to the boss, like, rolling at the right time, running past them the right way. And there is, like, its own, like, sort of metagame doing that.
It is. I mean, I enjoyed it. I clearly beat all the games, but I will say about Elden Ring, that was one of my favorite changes. I still run through enemies if I die, but yeah. Yeah,
like it was nice. It's a lot more convenient, but a part of me was like, man, I kind of missed that, like running through all the shit part of it for some reason.
I get that, though.
Maybe it's Stockholm Syndrome. I don't know.
It's Stockholm Syndrome, like the quality of life changes. Yeah, it's Stockholm.
It's supposed to feel like torture. What the heck?
Yeah, right.
Well, you have that moment where you die to a boss. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to do the run back, and it's just like, oh, you want to go warp to the stake or back to the grace you were just at? I'm like, oh, I'm totally taking the stake.
Ooh, I can skip the run back.
I forgot to even bring that up. Yeah, like those stakes are so nice.
Where it's just like Well, it's so funny because you don't even have to activate them. You're just like, oh man, I hope there's a steak nearby.
Oh, you just
That'd
stand
be so sick.
within like a mile radius and somehow activates, and you're
Yeah,
boom.
you just
Works.
die, and you're just like, oh, yeah, totally. I knew where the steak was. Warp me back there.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Some bosses are so
totally down.
hard. I would like run in, die, just to like. And if the fight's not going well, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna die and reset for like a better RNG of this fight or something like that, and just go back to that steak with like refreshed items. So I was like, there's these trees called like Erd tree bosses.
Oh, yeah,
And I had like a semi faith build / I like pointy sticks, and I'd like run around. I like to stab with a pointy stick. I usually am like big sword, big hits. That's how I played.
That's how I
every
played
single
through
Dark
this
Souls.
game. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I always like that, but this time pointy stick, but with some faith. They're trees, and it's like Pokemon. They burn with fire. So I had like ring around the rosy of those trees, just like throwing spells. But then I ran out of like the magic flask thing, and I was like, fuck. And I like reset, but luckily that steak is there. Like I love those so much.
Yeah, I'm running a Faith's pointy stick build.
Yeah, faith and pointy stick build. Yeah.
When's that going to be a speed run?
Yes,
like,
right.
Yeah.
There's some pretty funny runs.
Is there anything else you're playing lately other than Elden Ring? Other than like obviously Spyro? We're gonna get into speedrunning, but
yeah, of course.
For sure.
No joke, I am so addicted to getting my sub 10 in Spyro. That's why I haven't even beaten Elden Ring, and I'm like a huge FromSoft fan. But like once I got back into it, and I nailed down this one trick that is just so hard recently. But I'm getting it kind of consistently during runs, and it's just like if I can land this, I could even like get close to like. Not like sub 10, but like a 920 or something. And I don't know. I'm so addicted to it. Otherwise, sometimes I do play Phasmophobia. I really like that game.
Oh, yeah, the scary game.
Yeah, the ghost hunting game. It has so much replayability, and like it can always mix you up, even if you're an experienced player. So it's like, that game's very fun. Of course, with friends too, but like, I like going balls to the walls and risking it for the biscuit in that game. Like, you can die to the ghosts, but like, I like to experiment with things, and it's just so fun. A lot of replayability too.
Yeah, I haven't really experienced much of Phasmophobia since like it's like big boom. I feel like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. Like, I didn't think I'd enjoy like a ghost hunting game. Kind of sounds like corny almost, but like, nah, it's actually really fun.
Oh, hey, we should play Phasmophobia after we play The Forest, right? We're gonna play The Forest. Yeah,
we're totally
gonna play. Speaking of, I love survival games. I couldn't fully get into it. I've had an hour and a half into it.
Oh, really?
Maybe I couldn't appreciate it for what it was.
Maybe The Forest is kind of mid.
Maybe that's why you guys can't get into it.
Damn.
Or have you still just not played it at all?
We just haven't played it.
I'm literally down whenever, but like our group that was gonna play it is just like ghosting me.
Always flaking. Yeah.
They all flaked on me. It sucks.
I love survival games. Like, I played like The Long Dark, Don't Starve Together. Subnautica's kind of survival. I guess it is. Then, yeah, I love survival games. But The Forest didn't click like the others do.
I've heard a lot about the Long Dark, so you bringing that up.
It's the one game I can actually play for like many hours at a time. Like, I think I could speedrun for like, of course, 90%'s very droning and repetitive, but like 4 hours tops, I could speedrun, I say.
Yeah,
that's kind of my limit. Like with Sunshine, which is much longer than just 10 minutes, I can go on for like 5 hours tops, and I'm losing my mind. So
yeah, like I did have like one stream that was like 6 hours, but like chat was like hella like engaging conversation, keep it interesting that day, and I was like not even doing the most serious runs, so like then I can keep going. I guess, you know. But if I'm on the true gamer grind, 3 to 4 hours. But yeah, yeah. You lying, Sid. You go for like these 8-hour streams sometimes.
Dude, Sid will do like
he has those. You run 96, dude.
Short Mario Maker stream, and it's like 14 hours.
Oh yeah,
I can't believe he did that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I literally called the stream Short Mario Maker stream, and I just streamed. I think it was literally 13 hours.
That's amazing.
It ended up being great. But yeah, like after last week's pod, Trey and I talked about like how 8-hour streams were pretty challenging. And the next day after we recorded, I was just like, you know what? Screw it. 8-hour challenge. I've never sat down and turned on a stream and been like, this is going to be 8 hours.
Like,
intentional.
I gotta do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've had longer streams before, but it's never been like, I'm going to sit down and stream for 8 hours. It's just like, I'm going to sit down and play a game and see what happens. But
I don't want to like let people down with that. Like, yo, 24-hour streams. Like, dude, I'm sorry, like, guys, I don't have the stamina for that. I'm a gamer, but like, at some point the screen's glowing in your eyes, and you feel like you're just staring through the screen at that rate. Like, ugh.
I see. I feel like it's a lot easier to reach those benchmarks if it's not a speedrun related thing.
That's true.
Oh,
But for like, let's say the sit-a-thon where it's all speedruns, it might be a different story.
Right. At least they're like different games and you're mixing it up though, I guess. Like keeping it fresh in that aspect.
And also you're not like grinding attempts, you're just doing a playthrough of each one. So
you're practically like casual speedrun almost if it's something you don't really play much.
You're
like the start
you're trying your best. Yeah, you're trying your best to get through every single one. And it doesn't matter like if you PB or not. You're just kind of going like, okay, I need this to be okay. I need this to not be terrible.
Yeah.
And get through that.
But yeah, I guess kind of back to the long dark and the stamina. That game, it takes some focus, but like you gotta just get lost, just like wandering around trying to survive. And that's like the only game I could play for like 7 to 9 hours at a time. And it's just like so good because there's a lot of like time management and like just slowly going around and making sure you're like all right, and you have to go like find food. You have to repair your clothes if they get like torn up by like a wolf attack or something, or you just trudge through the snow so much your like shoes get worn out, and like it's just so fun. And it doesn't take I guess much brain power, but just enough to challenge you. Yeah, right. But it still challenges you because it's like a survival game. And there's difficulties. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm surprised that have you streamed it?
And it's a ritual of mine. Like every winter when it snows, boom, Long Dark's coming out because the mood, man. And like when it's super windy and cold, because in that game it would be so windy, it's like, whoo, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So I like make it cold in my house and play the Long Dark. Like I get in the
zone. That's so immersive. Oh my god,
it just gets so in it. But yeah, I only play it during the winter because it hits different. So.
Yeah, I've never played it. I've seen like a few streams of it, and it seems like as the name of the podcast goes, it seems like it's a fairly difficult game to like survive for long because it just lasts until you die.
Yeah, pretty much. And like some people have gotten so good at it, they play something called like Nogoa, where I don't even know what the abbreviation stands for, but like once you like get like hurt, you can't heal at all, and like you can over time with resting, you get your health back up. But they, like, look for a challenge so hard, they play that. I couldn't even do that. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to, like, not get hurt in that game by, like, getting hypothermia, like, something attacking you.
What is the combat like in that game?
There's nothing, really. It's like, if a wolf jumps on you, you spam and click, like, you mash to get it off of you. And
it's a first-person shooter.
Is there a way to like encounter wolves and stuff and always get the first strike and not take damage or something?
Oh yeah. You can find a rifle or like craft a bow and arrow and stuff. I love the bow and arrow mechanic. It feels
so it is like FPS
clean.
kind of.
Yeah, it is. There's like a rifle. Yeah. There's a pistol. Yeah, but
it's like
there's no knife. I can't run up a spear and like the force them or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just like one of those games where you have to hunt down your ammo, where it's just like, well, I picked up 2 bullets. It's like, great.
Yeah, it's like, save them. You don't just like use them on like a whim. Like you dodge wolves and bears. Like you have to go around them. Like, I'm just going to walk there and shoot this and keep going.
Wait, so it's a more survival-y Resident Evil?
Yeah, there you go.
Sure. Well, I was thinking Last of Us. Like, I was thinking, like, the number of bullets that you collect in Last of Us, it's like, oh, I got 2 bullets. It's like, great. Okay. Well, awesome. I got one arrow. Awesome. Put that, and hopefully when I shoot a
couldn't beat The Last of Us. I don't know why.
You couldn't beat The Last of Us?
No, I got, like, decently far. I just couldn't beat it. I'm like that with so many random games. I don't know why.
What difficulty? Just wondering.
The hardest.
Oh, okay.
It's not because I got stuck. Well, whatever's like the first one, like you could, like I know some games there's the hardest difficulty, and then you unlock a new one,
and then you unlock God Hard. Yeah.
God Hard. I didn't have that one yet because that was my first playthrough. But it wasn't because I was like getting frustrated. I just like lost interest. But
no, I totally get that. I did that with Bloodborne.
Same. I love FromSoft, but Bloodborne I didn't beat. Like I feel like I get to a point where I'm just like, I know the game. It's fun.
I feel like in Bloodborne, I get to a point where I don't have a PlayStation.
I don't have my copy anymore. I borrowed it from a friend, so there it is.
Where are they going to put it on PC finally? Come on.
Come on, yeah, right? The same thing with the Demon Souls remake. I know they got to sell the PS5, right?
Yeah.
Put some gem on there, but come on.
I should probably just buy a PS5 at this point.
I can't like justify.
I can't justify it.
I have a nice PC, and I'm a PC gamer, so it's like just for like 3 games maybe.
I do have a nice TV that I kind of want to use more than just watching some few shows, possibly.
Sometimes I'll bring my PC. I brought my PC downstairs just for Elden Ring. Have that experience.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was good.
You got a nice TV to watch. What? 20-year-old television.
Yeah,
on?
The Sopranos. Hey, speaking of The Sopranos, I have like 4 more episodes to go on that. Like the final stretch.
Oh, the grind.
Yep, it's wrapping up.
And next you're gonna watch Stargate.
And you know what's funny is that the entire reason I started watching The Sopranos, well, actually 2 reasons. One was that a YouTuber that I frequently watch recommended it, and then secondly, I always hear how notoriously weird, like, the ending just comes out of nowhere or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so curious about that ending. I want to watch the entire show to find out what it is.
Do you not know?
I don't know, but don't tell me. All right.
Oh, my God. I've never watched The Sopranos, and I know.
I have no idea what it is, and I want to find out, like, organically, like, watching the whole show.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Lucky
so
you dodged
funny.
it so far, you know?
It's so funny how the 3-year generational gap affects us.
Well, you know what's funny is that
like,
I probably did find out like at some point years ago, but I forgot by now. So
yeah, well, it's like I do that with spoilers in video games.
Like you didn't know what you're really even looking at the time.
Yeah, because it's like, okay,
yeah, exactly.
It's just like static noise, like on a Twitter feed. I just glaze over. So.
Exactly.
Like I've listened to spoiler casts of video games I've never played, like Uncharted 3, but I haven't even played Uncharted 1 or 2, so I do not remember anything that happens in Uncharted 3 because I have no context.
Speaking of spoilers in video games and stuff, isn't it so crazy how even knowing a speedrun of a game super well, and then you play that game, somehow the speedrun of it didn't spoil anything for you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
sure.
oh, wow, this game has like so much more to it than the speedrun like ever reveals. So,
hey, Skinner, do you think that your speedrun of Spyro 2 would spoil Spyro 2?
I saw all the bosses in the span of like 10 minutes, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I guess.
In that short of time,
no
it actually
levels,
spoils
though. I guess. I mean, there's not much lore, if I'm going to be real. Not really.
Oh.
It's just like, Ripto's causing some trouble. Go stop him. That's kind of it.
When I picture Spyro, I picture, you know, we all know Saboom, SSBM stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course.
A legend.
Oh, yeah.
I just picture his stream, him running around and jumping, getting gems, and that's it.
That's literally Spyro.
Like what else do you do in that game?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just like a collectathon, just like that. It's that simple.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know, the platform is just fun. I mean, Sunshine's like that too. Well, no. I guess you're like going on a roller coaster and shooting. Yeah, now you got a point. See, Spyro 2
we do go on a roller coaster and shooting.
Spyro 2 has some things like we go on a roller coaster in Spyro 2. See, you guys see Spyro 1 a lot.
Spyro has a Mecha Bowser fight in it?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
But Spyro 2, that's the one thing, like, everyone loves Spyro 1 the most, which is probably because it's the first one, the most nostalgic.
Well, it's the first of its kind, you can't really fault it.
Yeah, right. Like, it's kind of like Super Mario 64, I guess. Like, seems like the most popular because that's the first one people played.
Again, you can't fault it.
Yeah.
You can't fault its amazing camera, you know?
Ooh, yeah, right. I don't know. I always like the second installation of games, I guess, like Sunshine, Spyro 2, because I feel like they have more to them. Like, in Spyro 2, like, they have, like, NPCs you can talk to, and cutscenes, and
Please tell me, Dark Souls 2, yeah?
Yes. No joke.
Oh, people hate that one for some reason, but I love it.
I don't know why. It's just so unique. I can't even tell you.
It's my favorite one of the 3.
Same. I remember my one friend in high school, he loved it too, and I was like, finally, I found someone else, and like, you, Trey, are probably like the second person ever that actually appreciates it. Yeah, I don't know why people rag on it. Like, I know the mechanics are slightly different, so maybe that was off-putting, but it has so much charm the other two don't have.
It has so many bosses in it.
Yeah,
and
the
like
variety is nice.
All the DLCs are like amazing. I just gotta say that.
Yeah, that's the DLC I did play. There's this one video on YouTube of like Dark Souls 2. It's called like Happy Souls or something. It has like millions and millions of views, and just like encapsulates like the whole like playthrough so well. Like when you go through like the Gulch area, the things like spit on you. It's like, oh my god, you're trying to get down to that guy. But yeah, I don't know. Dark Souls and the poison. I mean, FromSoft and the poison areas. But yeah, I don't know. Same here, dude. Same here. If
Well,
something has
I'm-
a 2, it's good.
Yeah, well, I'm with you that like a lot of the sequels, Uncharted 2 is amazing.
Uncharted 2, I platinumed on the
Ooh.
PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've had some issues with it. I've actually talked about Dark Souls 2 on the podcast. I think it was like the iced windowsill episode that I like went through my Uncharted
Wow, that is
stories.
quite a
but-
memory. I don't remember a single thing we talked about in that episode.
Well, I just remember I had to talk about that. I don't remember what else we talked about, and we just named it like what the grandfather of speed or
The
Sunshine
grandfather
or
of
whatever.
Sunshine, I believe.
Yeah,
Aw.
but yeah, I remember that. And what is it? Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back. That's the sequel. You know?
I've not done a single Star Wars thing in my life.
Oh my
Wait,
god!
are we
both of you?
Yo, are we the same person?
Brother.
Because I've
Brother
seen,
from another
I've
mother.
seen,
Like,
guess how many Star Wars
What?
movies I've seen?
I tried to watch like one, but I didn't even watch that. So 0.
That is literally how much I've seen. Is like the start of one, and that's it.
Yes, and I was like, this isn't as good as people say, and I just stopped.
All right, so
Well,
apparently we have the exact same interests.
All
That's
right,
cool.
so what's next?
I'll interview Trey twice. Let's go.
Yeah, your first gaming memory. I'm gonna hit you with that. What if it's the same?
Mine?
Yeah, what if it's the same?
Okay.
That is,
What is it to say?
Okay, well,
maybe real
mine-
Jake. Yeah.
I was at a relative's house, and it was, I believe, Mario All Stars.
Okay, it's not the same.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Darn.
All right. Hey, you know what? I'll turn it back on you since you're the guest.
What's
Oh,
your gaming
now we're
memory?
going that. Okay.
First gaming memory.
So I grew up with like quite a few consoles. My first few I remember is Nintendo 64, PS1, and PC. But it was
Yeah.
PC. I was a PC gamer from the start. So I had those like old ass like games that like Freddy Fish, Pajama Sam, Putt Putt, and everything.
Oh yeah.
And like you
Wait,
just
wait,
click
wait.
through.
Tell
and
me
they're
you had.
super kid
Did you
games.
have the Clue Finders?
Fine.
No one played the Clue Finders. Okay.
Like let me Google it real quick. So sometimes I'm really bad with names.
It's just like a
The
niche educational
Clue Finders?
series of games.
Well,
There's just
like,
one I'd like played, but I don't remember the name, and it's not like a humongous one. Humongous usually makes Putt Putt and stuff. No, I don't recognize it, dude.
All right, that's fair.
All right.
yeah, when I was a kid with PC, I would play Chips Challenge and like the game that Trey and I talked about a while ago, like what 3D pinball and the cheese, the mouse, the cheese, and the cat game. What was it?
Oh, Rodent's
Sounds-
Revenge
Rodent's Revenge.
Yeah, I
and
remember
Ski
that.
Free.
Just
Ski Free.
All the vintage PC games. Like you say you started out as a PC gamer. I think I kind of started out as a PC gamer in that
Yeah.
kind of in that respect, but I had the N64 and stuff, but then I kind of grew away and like maybe played like CS a little bit, like Counter-Strike 1.6 just a little
Yeah.
bit, but other than that, like until I bought my newer setup, like I wasn't really a PC
My
gamer
dad
at all.
like won a computer at some like giveaway, like those old like
Oh yeah.
like it's like a CRT computer. I don't know what they're called, but the fat ones, you know, ones we grew up.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
90s.
The
We all
CRT
Yeah.
monitor, yeah.
Yeah, the CRT monitor with like his old tan and everything.
Yep, I had
And
that too.
The mouse that has like the freaking egg yolk center like thing.
it's just a ball mouse.
Just a ball mouse. Yeah,
did
ball
you
mouse.
have
that's it.
did your PC have like a super loud whirring noise when it was running?
I don't remember that.
Oh,
Actually, I don't
yeah.
think so.
Because my old
Mine did.
PC was like obnoxiously loud sometimes.
Maybe I don't remember. I was like kind of young with that one, but
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I remember. But the one game that stuck out the most, I know I brought up like the kiddie games, but I had Tomb Raider. It was like the first game I
Oh.
played. I remember I couldn't get past the tiger. I was like, oh my gosh, I was probably like freaking like 4 trying to play this game on PC. And I just remember zip lining and moving around. I was like this cool like woman, but oh the tiger, I couldn't get past it. And that's like my first like distinct memory was
So,
Tomb Raider.
dope.
Tomb Raider, it sort of revolutionized like just navigating a 3D world, sort of.
I was addicted to 3D since then, I guess. Yeah.
Was it sort of I've never played one, but is it like the precursor to like Assassin's Creed and stuff? I don't know. Like,
I couldn't even say. It was
like do you climb around and whatnot? And then
yeah, I just remember that, just climbing around
Okay.
and zip lining. And she was kind of slow, I think. It's so hard to say because the game came out in 1996.
I know
and
it's
came
very-
out
it's
in
very
1996.
dated.
Yeah.
It's I'd say it's more the precursor to like Uncharted.
Okay.
I loved Uncharted,
kind of
so
thing.
maybe I just like this type of games.
Yeah, like when the newer Tomb Raiders came out and they were saying that the newer Tomb Raiders were ripping off Uncharted, they just kind of responded back being like, bro, they ripped off us.
Yeah, Tomb Raider's
like-
like,
Yeah, right?
older than everything.
That's old.
so-
Yeah, are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Well, they
It's
ripped
like
off
we-
Indiana Jones if we're getting there, you know? Like,
Oh yeah,
come
for
on.
sure.
But no, they're
Exactly.
just, I don't know, it's just those type of games and they're fun.
Bro, Elden Ring
know.
ripped off Dark Souls. Can you believe it? This is bullshit.
That's just insane. I
Mhm.
don't want to be like, we were ahead of the times, but my brother randomly owned Demon Souls when I was back in middle school. And that was
Oh,
the
damn.
first Souls game I played, and I couldn't get past the second boss.
Was
'Cause
this
I had
before
that-
Dark Souls 1 even came out?
Probably. See,
Wow.
it's so long ago, but I was in middle school. So maybe, because I played Dark Souls in 9th grade. So maybe it was, or maybe it just came out. But yeah, I remember I had it on the PS3, and I could not understand the mechanics or read it.
Oh, I couldn't see. I don't know how much older I am than you, but I couldn't understand the Dark Souls 1 mechanics when Dark Souls 1 came out in 2011, and I don't know however much older, but
I'm 25.
So you guys are similar ages.
I'm 26.
26 in July, so
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'm 29.
that's why Trey and I have so much in common, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's the
Yeah.
3 or 4 year generational gap.
It's weird. I feel like I'm close to like 24 to 27-year-olds. We have like the same sense of humor. We grow up a lot of like same parts of like the internet memories, even some random games, and like I don't know, it's just that really small gap right there. I don't even know how to describe
It's the Zoomer to millennial like
hybrid.
threshold. Yeah.
the Inuyasha half reach it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a half
See,
breed.
I know about that.
You lost me there.
Inuyasha is like half demon, half human. I was like,
Okay,
we're half
okay.
Zoomer, half millennial. Yeah.
Same with Sashomaru.
Sashomaru's
Wait,
cool.
is Sashomaru
No,
full demon?
He's full demon.
Oh,
yes.
he's full demon.
Yeah. He was my first husbando, like my first like.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he was hot.
I forgot the term husbando exists.
Because you always hear on waifu, right? But like,
It's such a funny word to me, husbando.
Husbando, yes.
Hey, you guys can bond over your similarities there, but one of my first animes that I like super got into when I was 13 was just like Inuyasha.
Same here.
watched
So we have that,
just-
Sid. There you go.
Yeah, we have that one thing.
I didn't get into anime until like a year ago. So
I know.
Really? That's
But-
kind of
But
weird.
you've been
I never-
reading the manga.
yeah, I'm into manga now.
I
Because
hated manga, but I read it now because it just makes sense.
Manga is the ideal form factor for if you're sitting around at work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I remember
that's
that.
why I started reading it.
Mm-hmm. And
I
few reasons because I was so thirsty to finish Attack on Titan. I never read a manga until I was just like, I gotta know. So I was one of those that was there since the start.
Did they finish that now, or is it still going?
Yes, it's done in the manga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or no, like
So
in
there is a
the
conclusion.
anime.
no. It's not
No, I think they like have to do even more. But to be fair, there's a lot going on in the anime. It takes
Okay.
so much to animate. I can see why it's taken forever. There's a lot going on to animate, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, I like to think of the 3 year generational gap or whatever with television, because whenever Trey and I talk about TV, I watched the first episode, like first season of SpongeBob, but then kind of like the generational gap comes from like the teenagers becoming like, oh, this is kiddie shit. Like, I don't want to watch this
Oh, you
anymore.
were edgy, like, I can't watch
Yeah,
this.
well,
Yeah.
I wasn't edgy. I was I was a
just
teenager.
more
Like,
of a growing up.
yeah. I was just like,
every
yeah, I don't
teenager
want to
was
watch this.
edgy at
Yeah.
some point.
So wait, how old are you then, Sid?
I'm 29.
Okay, so you're the age of my second brother. I have 3 older brothers, so
Oh, okay. Well, Trey's older brother is also my age. So just everybody's older sibling, I am the age of, no matter what.
yeah, you're just the age of one of my brothers.
See,
Yeah,
Skinner and I, we are the age where we were like the peak SpongeBob age,
Oh yeah,
and
it was
we
still
Yeah.
quoted to
remember when
this day.
SpongeBob started to get bad as well. It's like
Yes.
it's kind of
I
falling
do
off.
not know that.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? It wasn't even like clever humor anymore. It was just like stupid. Like I don't know. It got so dumb.
I think the key
It's just
thing was like the characters sort of too much devolved into like a one note thing. It's like, oh, Patrick is always dumb. There's no more depth to it. Sandy is always
Yeah.
smart for some reason. I don't know. And then like SpongeBob just like is obnoxious for no reason more often.
Oh yeah, he used to be like innocent, obnoxious. Like he means well, but now he's just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the earlier episodes, Squidward was like always more of like a foil to SpongeBob. Whereas
Yeah.
at some point they sort of lost that in translation. I don't know when I guess like season 4, but
yeah, I don't really know the season top of my head. It's kind of like the Simpsons type deal.
yeah.
You know, it just became just like they gotta stop.
I think it's still going to this day because it's such a cash cow. But
what,
It is,
season
but it's
29, 2030? Season 30
I didn't
of
even know
Simpsons, I
that.
think.
it's so crazy how
Yeah.
such a revolutionary show is like 75% like not worth watching.
Yeah, it's like watch the first 3 seasons or something. I don't know
Yeah.
off the top of my head,
It's
but like
the
same
first
with
3.
SpongeBob and Simpsons. It is okay. There you go. Like,
Well, no, I think the Simpsons rule is like watch the first 6 seasons, and then it comes to the what is it, Principal Skinner episode where he's not actually Principal Skinner, and then you're
yeah,
allowed
like
to
the
stop.
funny Vietnam net that like
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah. By the way, I
And
did
then-
not get my tag from him, but I did
Oh,
love The
no.
Simpsons growing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I think of the generational gap, it's first season SpongeBob and I dipped, and
Yeah.
Trey knows Drake and Josh. I remember seeing Drake and Josh,
I love
but
Drake
being
and
like,
Josh.
no,
Yes.
see,
I love
There it
Drake and
is.
Josh.
Yay!
you're in the right generation.
The
I
humor
saw
is good.
Drake. I saw half an episode of Drake and Josh and went, no, I'm a teenager. Like I can't watch this.
It's weird
like
how a little bit of a time like changes
Yeah.
the opinion. Yeah.
where I was at that point, I was watching Inuyasha, and I don't know, like because it had blood. I was just
That
like,
was
oh, that blood.
cool. Yeah.
It's cool. I can
Demons
watch
It's the
that.
Mortal Kombat
Slanging.
effect.
Yeah.
Or, like-
yeah. Right.
Or like participating in school and hanging out with friends. I'm like, you losers.
Dude, I love Drake and Josh so much.
Aw.
I remember downloading, like pirating the entire series.
I do that here and there. I like have that craving, like Ed, Ed and Eddie recently. I
Ooh,
was
yeah,
like, man, I
solid
need
show.
this.
See, that's
Yeah.
another show that's like,
That might
like,
be my
even though I'm
favorite.
Canadian.
Might be my favorite on Cartoon Network. I don't really know, but
I
it might be.
Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network blur together for me, but my favorite, I don't know. I don't want to say the same thing as you now. It's just like there's too many things. Maybe Courage though, because I like the horror in it, and it's like sometimes funny. It just is such a mix-up.
I think I didn't appreciate Courage enough at the time, but it is kind of like a genius show.
Yeah, it really was. So I think Courage.
yeah,
maybe.
well, yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I know like every so, like I can't even think of like instead of these shows that you watched, what I watched. I have no idea. Like what, like when I leveled up from kiddom to teenagerdom,
Yeah.
like what did I start watching? I don't know. Like I remember seeing the first few seasons of Grey's Anatomy.
I remember
but,
I
like-
couldn't stand that 'cause my stepmom was so obsessed with it. I was like, oh my god, this boomer show. Like,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so interesting.
is it actually
like,
good though? Like-
no.
Oh,
I
No,
I
it's
do
not
like
good.
no, oh, Stargate. That's what I fell into.
I don't even know what Stargate is.
Oh, it's a sci-fi show. It's
Sid
great.
loves
Oh.
Stargate.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
it's so
okay.
I have all 10 seasons of SG1. I have all 6 seasons or all 5 seasons of Atlantis, and I have the 2 movies. It's just like a sci-fi show made in Canada.
Oh, no wonder
that-
then. Yeah.
Well, it was popular in the States too.
Oh, okay, never mind. But well, maybe I'll give it a go if I'm thirsting for a show. I'm like, all right, watch out this Stargate. Does it hold up well?
Well,
Or like, I know you're a
Oh, I
legit
think-
fan, so like it's hard to ask your opinion. But
Yeah.
does it hold up?
I think it holds up. Like, yeah, I think it does.
All right, if I need
uh,
a show, I'll give your Stargate a try, but not Star Wars. I can't get into it.
No, dude, the sad thing about Star Wars is that my cousin was a massive fan. I remember watching the prequel trilogy with her when
Yeah.
I was 13, and she was like a year or 2 younger than me. And I remember sitting on the couch watching it on our like my little portable DVD player and
Oh,
watching it
those,
with
yeah.
yeah, and we would watch it, and she became a massive fan after
Aw.
watching a couple of the movies. And then the saddest, like she went through all the movies, she went through the original trilogy. She
Damn, yeah,
you,
fan.
you know
Yeah.
you know how you become like that. You get that thing that your family knows to get you gifts for.
Oh yeah, like that was the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. She's just like, I'm a gamer. My sister gets me gamer shirts. Like easy. You just think, oh, gamer.
That's
Just
what they
give.
like. Okay, speaking
whatever.
of like shirts, what's your guys' favorite like gaming memorabilia or like shirt or whatever that you have? Like this is my item from whatever.
I don't really have much.
Even if it's like a t-shirt or socks or like someone made a freaking big sculpture for you. I don't know. Like
A big sculpture.
yeah, I don't know why you have a sculpture.
I
of
mean,
something in your
Optimistic
house.
Emo gave me a Bowser Jr. plush. Probably my favorite gaming thing I have right now.
Aw, there you go.
It's
Sick.
cute.
Uh,
I'm trying to think. I have like an Evo shirt, but it got so washed out in the washer because it was so cheaply made. I don't wear
Yeah,
it
I
anymore.
hate those type of prints that just like they crack and just like get washed out in 3 cycles.
Like
not even
I got
first
this shirt
cycle.
like at Evo. I was like, oh, it's a pretty good price. With like after like a few times wearing it, you could barely make out the words like on this dark
Yeah.
blue background. It was
That's so
so
sad.
bad.
I have this one like I don't know. There's like this like printing company near me, and some places they make their own shirts and ship them out, or they'll have a local company print them and ship them to you. And whatever lives near me, I hate them because I get those cracked shirts and I can't even buy cool
Oh.
shirts from like some websites anymore,
Dang.
and it makes me sad.
Yeah, I don't really have like
You don't
my
have-
sister. Well, my sister, like the base gift is like, oh, it's Christmas coming around. Oh, it's his birthday coming around.
Yeah.
She just orders me shirts. I think I'm wearing one right now. It's just like an Ocarina of Time shirt that just has Ocarina of Time
No,
on
you're
it.
See,
not
I don't
Time
have any
fan?
of those like truly gaming shirts. I have a Dutch
Yeah,
Day shirt. That's it.
I have that too.
I
you
think
had a Bouncy Boy shirt as well.
I do those.
I think my favorite shirt. It's like all the Souls games put into like one title. So it's like Elden Dark, Demon Souls, Born, Die Twice. It just
Oh.
looks like chaos, but it has like the design of the same font as in game. It just looks so ridiculous.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think actually my favorite shirt that I've gotten from that is like
Yeah.
it's a gamer shirt, but it just says I went outside once. The graphics weren't that great.
Oh, one of
and it's just like-
those.
That's like
yeah.
one of those
Yeah.
like
One
Walmart
of
shirts
those.
that you see.
Yeah, I love
How
I
corny
don't know.
it is. Like,
It's just
Yes.
it's just so
I have
corny
a
that I'm just
mug.
like when I wear it.
from my sister-in-law, it says "Nerds Rule" on it, and I use that mug religiously. It's so precious to me. Like Nerds Rule. Like
What's-
this is so
There's
corny.
like some
I
other
love
thing. It's
it.
like I'm close to leveling up, and you like just enough experience.
I love that one. Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
like corny shit. It's like so corny that you like gotta love it, kind of.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I actually love it now. Like before, I was like, "Oh my god, like that's so bad."
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like it's what I was talking about with like becoming a teenager. When you're a teenager, those suck.
yes,
Where it's
yeah.
just like, this
Everything's
is lame.
Yeah, everything's lame then, and then like as soon as you like, become like kind of like early to mid 20s, you start to really appreciate that stuff. It's like it
Yeah.
turns around, it comes back. Like
Yeah. Like I kind of want to watch Drake and Josh, but at the same time I can't.
maybe
Like,
it does, I don't know if it does it hold up well, Trey. Like it's
I-
just stay in
you
the
know,
memory vault. Like keep
I
it in-
haven't seen Drake and Josh in the past few years, but I bet it holds up pretty damn well.
Okay.
Although with all the recent allegations against Drake,
Oh,
Bell, it's
yeah.
kind of
yeah.
it kind of paints it like in a different light a little bit. But if you can
Yeah.
if you can separate art from the artist, then you know.
yeah.
See, Stargate doesn't have any of that.
Hey,
That's-
there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
I
not,
know
not-
my
not that
favorite
you
show
know
would
of.
be-
Not that you know of.
Not I hope that there's nothing tied to
Oh
Stargate.
yeah, secretly. Oh no, that'd be sad.
So we did first gaming memory.
Yeah, it was those kid games and Tomb Raider on the PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said to me lately, like we had a little bit of a DM converse.
Yeah, the
Uh,
Skinner lore.
The Skinner
Yeah,
lore.
wait, okay.
Yeah,
Fill me in. How did this podcast come to be? Like Sid came to me, like, "Hey, we should get Skinner." I'm like, oh, okay. The
Yeah,
person, the
like,
person in my
who?
chat. All right, let's go.
Yeah, random person in my chat.
But like, where did this idea come from?
Yeah, Sid.
Where was my idea to have Skinner on?
Yeah.
We had like a nice DM conversation. Skinner Koopa is very active in my chat, and
Hey, same.
Yeah.
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 And she's just a chill spirit in my mind.
Yeah, just
That's-
like I don't know, just chilling out. It's like
Alright.
for me, Twitch is like I grew up with like 3 older brothers and a bunch of cousins, so it's just like I always gamed with people, and now I don't really like have that as much. So like Twitch chat or streaming gets me that like chilling with the boys again type feel.
Well, no, I think it's specifically something you said in the conversation where you said like I had added you as a friend.
Yeah.
Because we were like DMing like once or twice, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just add you as a friend casually. And then I think a week later, you were like, how are you doing? Just like out of the blue.
Yeah,
I
I
hadn't
was just
streamed
like,
or whatever.
yeah.
And I was just like, I'm doing fine, I guess. Like
I feel like
whatever.
I'm so bad at like making friends in the speedrun community. Like there's some people I still want to talk to in the Spyro community. I'm too shy. But yeah, like your sense of humor is really just like goofy and you're like chill. So I was like, you know what?
yeah.
How is he doing? And that's what I was thinking. And that was that.
So I saw that DM.
Yeah.
And during that conversation, at some point, you're just like, "Well, you added me as a friend, and when you add me as a friend, you get a friend."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's like such a cute thing."
You're welcome.
like what a like I don't even want to say novel, but like what a novel perspective on just like Discord friends. Because I
You said add some people willy nilly, you know, like acquaintance of acquaintance.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's this guy, sure, you know. So I get
Yeah,
that, but
but just like you're that's why I was just like, yeah, Skinner Koopa would be perfect because
cool. I'm glad I seem so chill like that.
Yeah, you just carry the conversation. Like, especially even during the pod, like, however, we're 45 minutes in. We've barely covered the first question. And you were kind of leading the questions beforehand. Like, you were just like, oh, Trey, what's your favorite thing? Sitz, what's your favorite thing? And I'm sitting there going,
because we got to determine if we really are the same person or not.
It's like got me thinking, like, brother from another mother or something.
Clearly.
Like, what's going on here? Yeah.
Hey, if off the top of your head,
okay,
Skinner,
yes.
Top 3 favorite games.
Oh man,
that is
I'm
a
one
tough
of those.
Is that a thing that you could do?
It's hard to like. I have a million favorite colors, million favorite games, million favorite this, but
You have a million favorite. Are there a million colors?
Yeah, there's like reddish blue
every little
and bluish
shade,
green.
I guess. I guess.
I love all colors.
Bluish green and like slightly more blue this time.
Yeah, it's like pink, but then lighter, and then lighter.
I'm just trying to figure out if you and Trey are the exact same because I've listened to the top 10
Okay,
pod.
this will seal the. Is your favorite game of all time Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door?
One of those games my parents didn't buy me. So
That was just one game.
Oh.
No.
I thought
you said. Never mind.
No, my parents never bought it for me, so I just never played it.
I misinterpreted what you said, but that's
maybe it would be if I played it. Ooh, but no.
I think it honestly would be. So that there you go.
That's crazy.
Maybe Skinner just added to the fleet of people that need to play Thousand Year Door with me. That's it.
There it is.
We need to get a group of people together to all experience this game at the same time, and then
that'd be a good YouTube video.
Yeah.
It's like not a race or a bingo-thon or whatever the hell. It's just us for whoever playing it casually and just seeing the experience together.
Yeah.
Well,
it was just like Trey and I were talking about his YouTube channel the last week, and if you had so I got 5 people that had never played my favorite game of all time, and this is how it went. Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can't even. Speaking of favorite games, I don't. I could give you freaking 5 probably. I can't pick.
Go.
Okay, The Long Dark, Sekiro, Spyro 2, Sunshine, and I guess it's trailing off. So I guess that's it. There's 4. There's probably one I'm forgetting about. It makes me so sad.
So
I was waiting for it to be. Like Star Wars Battlefront, just like
COD Modern Warfare 2, which was really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it.
So Sunshine's actually in your top 5 or 4.
Yeah, I mean it's just so nostalgic, and I look at me going back to it all this time. I just can't help but keep going back to it. So it must be one of my favorites, right?
Sure,
I guess.
Yeah. I had 2 copies as a kid, 2, and I lost them both.
No.
What do you think the game you've put the most time into is?
I put the most.
I know I'm raining some of the stuff
everyone
on you.
has Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't just easily poured time into that? I mean, I guess I don't know if you guys have, but I had it since alpha. Got it. My brother got it for $1, and then I got it for $5 when it was super cheap.
Yeah, I had
played the crap out of it.
I had a handful of stints with that game, but it's not one of the most played games for me.
Even though I played the crap out of it, I wouldn't even say it's my favorite though.
No, Trey and I I played it on Xbox 360 for a fair bit, but it was the 400 by 400.
Yeah, there's not much to go there. I played on the crappiest of laptops. I had to use skin or texture packs that brought down the Minecraft's graphics to enable to be able to play on these old laptops.
The first time I played Minecraft, I had to play on the closest seeing distance possible.
Same.
It was
bad.
super foggy and
almost
disturbing looking. But yeah.
Yeah, right.
You're playing Silent Hill Minecraft.
Yeah, it was I was scared of Herobrine. It was gonna pop out any minute.
Oh yeah, Herobrine. Yeah. Right, but even though it's the most played game, it's not my favorite. So I guess I'll just say.
Oh yeah, well, I didn't even put Rocket League on my top 10, and I know it's my top 3 games I've ever played.
Yeah, I feel there's some games
top 3.
I played League a lot, but it's definitely not one of my favorites. It's just one of those games you can grind. I used to play Smash competitively. I grinded the crap out of it. It's not even a top 30 favorite. Like,
Oh yeah, I was meaning to ask about that. So how do we want to go about this? So we did first gaming memory. Do you want to go through like how you got to today, or do you want to just like talk about getting into Smash or your controller?
So much to talk about. That's what's great here.
Yeah, or speed running, because I know you recently got into that.
So I guess
like,
my
how do you...
like competitive / like my like life history or something, or
Sure, we can do like usually we go with like first gaming memory, and then we just like continue like how did you get to speed running? How did you get to with you like making controller pieces? I don't know.
Okay, I guess I'll start with like speed running and then get into the controller stuff.
Sure.
So, but maybe some of it ties together in a weird way. So my like, competitive history, like okay, out of the womb, like think about Africa here with the oxes. Those like little calves have to stand up day one or they're dead.
Yeah.
That was me. 3 older brothers. I had to like try to be the best, like trying to beat them up in games. So like the competitive drive was there from the start. Like now I remember my first thing was in Melee. We had like a Nintendo 64, but I was so young. I just remember Pikachu fat and Ness is little kid. I'm little kid, and that's all I remember from that. So it's like, and the like Mario Kart is like Bowser's cool. I play as boss. Yeah, that's the boss. But like,
I play as the boss. What a mentality.
Yeah, right.
That's so sick.
Right. So then I guess it started. My older brother Evan. He's like the one that's closest to my age. So I have most memories with him. He played Link. I played Bowser, which Bowser is bottom tier, by the way. So not to toot my own horn.
Worse than the whole game.
Worse than the whole game. After like so long not being able to beat him, I always played the game, like grinded the game, and I finally like beat him in a best of 5 on FD, no items. We did that back then, you know, then. And I just felt so good, and like I think it just started from there. And then I don't know how, but all my cousins. I have a huge family, by the way. Like
I believe it.
Yeah. So, like, I always visited my cousins or they came over, and we got very competitive then, like Kirby Air Ride and, like, I don't know, Mario Party and stuff. Like, always had to win. I don't know.
Which Mario Party?
Mario Party 6 is my favorite.
Oh.
Oh?
But, Trey, do you have a favorite Mario Party?
Not really. I never grew up with Mario Party.
I was a Mario Party 5 kid.
I didn't own 5 randomly. This didn't have it. I don't know why. But
yeah,
I was like 7.
None of my friends had it. I didn't have it. I did not play Mario Party until, well, actually, one of my relatives had Mario Party 2. I played when I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
But I didn't really play it till like a GDQ or something. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I know that my like when I say 5 is the best, people go like, oh no, 6. Like you just don't know. Like,
I gotta
you're
try
wrong.
5 then, but I guess 6 is so carried by nostalgia, and I played it so much. I probably couldn't even say 5 if I did try it. You know?
No, I believe that I've barely played 6, so I don't actually know.
Okay.
But I believe that 6 is the best.
I can't believe there were 4 Mario parties on the GameCube. That's so weird to me.
Pretty wild. Did a lot of reused stuff. I love Koopa Kid. It's not obvious Skinner Koopa, but I was like, oh, you can play as a little Bowser. I'm like, that's so cool.
Every time you're just like, oh yeah, I was a fan of The Simpsons, but I was like, I didn't get Skinner from that. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I just like the word just got conjured up one day. So
yeah,
it was when I was like 8. I like stubbed my toe and I was like, skin. Urgh. And like, and then my brother and I were just like laughing because like I don't know, it's just a stupid moment. And some reason it stuck.
Oh, that's dope.
Because the skin on my toe got messed up.
Oh, that's a way better like screen name creation than like most.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because my brother were laughing because it just the way I said it was so stupid. Because I said it with so much growl in my voice, it hurt. I hit my toe on the coffee table, you know, running around as a kid in the living room. So nightmare.
But so I was lurking during your stream yesterday.
Yeah.
And you were talking about Smash. The only reason that I know you have like a backstory in Smash is because I was lurking during your stream yesterday.
Yeah.
And you said you got your start with Smash 4 and but really took off with Ultimate. So you're talking about like playing competitively with your brother Melee when you were a kid.
Yeah.
But like you didn't like take off with it there or anything like that.
No, I like really sucked back then with like even though I was born using the internet. I didn't even like look up anything competitive, not even speedrunning, nothing. Like I hear about you guys, like old heads, and I'm like, I don't know why. I just never thought about looking other people's runs up, other people playing games up. I just played games. So, but yeah, it started from there, and then like into like high school, I was just playing nothing but League. But I was always interested in, like, when I had my friends over or like I went over to their houses, we played Smash. I always like, was super competitive and I had to win. And then when I
Yeah.
graduated high school, I was still addicted to League. And then I was getting so bored of my life. I literally was one of those that never left their house for like years. And then when I was
Yeah.
around, like, when I just like was turning 21, I gotta do something, man. And there was this local, like, 3 minutes down the road from me that I found in a mall. I was like, I'm just gonna go in and just see. And there was like 21 guys there or something like that. And I was like, whoa, this room is like way full of people. I thought there'd be like 6 people here playing Smash. I didn't know there was like a thing to it. Like,
Whoa, this room is like sweaty.
Yeah, it smells. And there was Yu-Gi-Oh players as well, so you can imagine.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But I was like, this is so cool. But man, I'm very shy with like engaging conversation. Like I can like ramble and like get into stuff, but like to engage was so hard. But
Sure.
this one guy I just saw sitting there. He's still my best friend to this day, actually. His name was Zerk. And I just like was looking around and scanning. I was like, guy looks friendly. I kind of just like walk over to him and like, he had a chair next to him and sit down. I was like, could I play? And he's like, yeah. And like I was kind of like doing pretty good for like, usually people like, I guess like aren't that good. Like, yeah, you're the best in your friend group type deal. But
Yeah.
my friend's not like the best gamer, but he's a gamer. He dabbles. But like I was doing pretty good, and they're like, whoa. And they're like, you should like sign up for the tournament. I'm like, no way. Like I'm one of those that's like, I know I'm not good enough. I can't do that yet. Like, it's same with speedrunning. I couldn't even submit my first few runs. So I was like, this is pathetic. Like, it's like, this isn't good enough. And that's how I felt for a bit. So I came twice just to play some friendlies. And I was in Smash 4. But like, I didn't like understand Bowser's mechanics. I know you had to like grab and throw them up and like up air and stuff. And that was him in Smash 4. I was like, that's lame. I can't play like this. So I kind of played just for fun, actually. So I wasn't actually that competitive with Smash. I just went there just to see people, because as I said, that's all I did was play League. I didn't leave my house. So it was like a community thing for me. It was so nice to like just meet that group that had so much in common with me too. So
Dope.
yeah, and then
No, that's really cool.
it was great. And Ultimate was great, but then COVID happened and Nintendo doesn't patch anymore. Online sucks ass. Very terrible. And then speedrunning, baby. I found it. I just was looking up all my favorite games. Like, I was gonna do Sunshine first, and then I saw how long any percent was, and I was like, by the gods. So I was like, I can't. And I was thinking of doing Portal, because I love Portal, but the any percent was so whack. It's just one of those you can't even describe. Like, yeah. So I was like,
when I watch a Portal speedrun, I have no clue what's happening most of the time.
Oh, they're just clipping through the walls and like, I'm like,
There's more
holy.
clipping out of bounds than actually just going through portals.
I think that's like the example of a game where it's just like
Too fast,
you don't
too
get
crazy.
spoiled.
Yeah,
or you don't
there's
get
no
spoiled.
spoiler there.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas,
like Elden Ring.
same with like Metroid Prime.
Oh, actually,
I haven't seen Metroid Prime.
sort of same.
It's just clipping through.
Sort of same with The Witness. Have you seen a Witness speedrun?
No. Wait.
Like Sid, have you seen one?
No, I actually have. Like when they're trying to do the puzzles from a distance.
Yeah, like they'll be solving it across the map, and it's like, okay, I have no clue what's going on. Like I know
it wouldn't spoil you.
I know what they're doing because I played the game, but if you hadn't played the game, you'd have like no idea what they're doing. So
yeah. But like, if I did run Portal, though, I'd do like the glitchless, no out of bounds. I didn't think about other categories at the time, so I completely marked it off. So
yeah,
and then like I remember Spyro 2 in the movement. So
yeah, well, that's kind of the thing that I did with OOT. Like when we were doing the OOT, the Ocarina of Time races.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the like Ganondorf or like.
Oh my gosh, that game. Yeah, I know it.
Any of like the deep mechanic of OOT, where it's just like, oh, you stand in front of this chest at the right time, and when you open the next one, it'll give you a bottle, and it's just like, yeah, I have no idea what any of this is.
The weird like menu manipulation, pausing or whatever. Yeah, I don't even know.
But like so in my mind, I'm like, I want to do the one that somebody would watch and it'd be spoiled, like where. Like spoil the game for them, where you want to go through it as close to the casual playthrough that you had when you were a kid, rather than glitch through this wall and have it last 20 to 5 minutes or
boom,
less.
Done. Like it's like what?
Yeah.
Like you want to enjoy your game, yeah.
Even though Ocarina of Time was the game that like I first watched back in 2013 in order to get into speedrunning. Like I have no interest in like actually running that game. I'm just like, oh, this is really cool. What else do they do?
Yeah.
And then go into like just fall into sunshine. But you said you recently fell into Spyro 2. Why?
Yes.
Like you said as a kid you played a bunch of Spyro 2. Like why? Was it just because of the length of the speed run, or was it?
It has a like.
And how recent was it?
Has a little
Did you fall
something
into
for
it?
everyone. Like, it was short and sweet, like I said earlier. Like I was like, all right, it's
Yeah.
not that long, but you still have to like run through and do like the tricks that I like. Like that one mechanic I said. I don't even know if you're here. I was talking to Trey actually, but there's this double jump it has that the other two Spyros don't have. Yeah, that you can like really lob yourself up. And I was like doing that as a kid, and I was like, what is this? Like this is so cool. And like it's huge in this speed run, and I love that. And it has just enough like hard tricks to make it fun. You have to fight every boss, which is besides the one boss, it's really boring. The other two bosses are pretty fun to do. So I don't know, it's just perfect. And I played it like non-stop as a kid. And so I needed some replayability. Like I wanted to still play it too, you know?
Yeah. Was it recent that you fell into speedrunning? Like you said, for COVID, knocked out all
big
of
air quotes
Ultimate.
Technically. I did speedrun Portal back in middle school. I had a timer on my iPod, and I was like, my cousin and I.
Dude, the classic iPod timer. I used to do that.
Here it is, Trey. More. Right.
My first Sunshine speedrun had an iPhone timer for sure.
Yep, the good old
We all have that
Apple
to relate
product,
to.
apparently. A timer. Yep. So my cousin and I were like, I could beat it better, like faster than you. So we had like the orange box, which has Portal in it. So my first game, I guess, was Portal, and I was just going through because I love just playing it over and over again. Like even though it's the same thing, like I showed GLaDOS, I'm the best test subject you got. So, but I didn't look up anything online. Like I said earlier, I just was so disconnected with that. For some reason, it just never occurred to me to go online and just look up speedrun things. Just me and my brothers and cousins, because I had enough people around me, I guess. So it was that. Yeah. But when I really got into speedrunning was last year, 7-Eleven. I remember the date. That's when I did my first like practice and runs. Like that was it. Oh, I did do Minecraft any percent.
You were sitting in a 7-Eleven on 7-Eleven. You're like, I'm gonna speedrun. Why not?
The stars aligned. Yeah, I actually forgot. I did run Minecraft like 2020 any percent because it was such like a meme of fun, and I like Minecraft movement. I love jumping in games. Like my thing is jumping. Like you got the bunny hopping and like Half-Life and Portal. Minecraft, you just run and jump in a line. It's just fun.
That was it was Minecraft set seed, right?
Yeah, there's no like I want to get into this like the tasks they have nowadays. Like you can pull up a calculator and all this stuff. Like I just ran it like honestly, set seed. Like no, not set. Sorry, not set seed. It was random. It was absolutely random. Going in, balls of the walls. Yeah, sorry, no, not set seed.
You did it in 20 minutes.
No, what did I say that?
I think you said 20 minutes, right?
Holy shit! No, I did not say 20 minutes. I wish that'd be kind of cool. Mine
I was like,
an
damn,
hour.
that's really impressive. Holy shit!
It was before it got like super popular. I was like in that uprising stage where like I saw a good bit of people doing it, so I got into it. So yeah, mine was like an hour or something, and I didn't even play on the right patch. I didn't know they played on an older patch, which had like a higher pearl drop rate, and I didn't even know that.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so I was like, I thought you would just play on the recent patch because that makes sense to me. I thought but nope, I was playing on the wrong patch. But
so you didn't play like during the recent boom?
No, I played it before that big boom happened. So I didn't.
Well, yeah. Like I totally could have imagined you like getting into, or like anybody getting into Minecraft when it was like the recent Minecraft boom with or semi-recent with like literally every streamer doing it.
Minecraft's like the biggest speedrun ever.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's just because it's so like almost chill of one. Like sometimes it gets stressful. You get late in runs. Like Spyro 2, for example, it only gets harder the farther you go. Like there's nothing hard at the beginning. It just gets harder to the very end. It's hella stressful. Like I see you guys in Noki, getting scared. And
I was hella stressed out yesterday.
Oh yeah, I luckily haven't had that somehow yet. Like I think I'm just in so disbelief still, and I know I can just get there. Like for example, there's this one trick called SIR, like Sir, we call it. It's Sproder. Yeah, Sir. It's called Sproder into Ripto. And Ripto is the final boss. And Sproder is like Spider-Man and Spyro put together. Because you have to go around this one wall, and it's so precise. It's just unbelievable, this trick. Like people didn't even think it was real for the longest time. And I've been grinding it for 2 months. And just I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going for the old strat I used to do. I'm going for Sir. And I do that in every run now. So I'm just in disbelief that I'll even finish a run because I go for the like that trick now, which it saves 50 seconds in that category. It's like it's huge, and yeah, so I just go up to the wall, just expecting like, if I don't make it, yeah, that's expected. But if I make it, I'm like, oh, sick. And the final boss is like, you'll probably lose like 20 seconds if you just, the shit hits the fan, you did terrible or something. But like, once you land that trick, it's like, wow, I'm gonna get a nice PB. Like, yeah, that's how I feel at the moment.
It does. Like I've definitely done that before, where you bite the bullet on like a big trick, just as like
it's time to move on. Yeah, get better. Like,
well, or it's just like, oh, this runs whatever. I'm a bite the bullet. I'm gonna try this trick that I don't really do, and let's see how it goes. And if it happens, cool. And if it doesn't, it was gonna be a dead run anyway.
Exactly.
So,
that's how I feel.
Yeah.
So like, I don't put that pressure on myself either. It's like, oh man, this will save a lot of time. But if I don't make it, like, yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, having a little bit of that YOLO gene is never a bad thing.
Yeah, I've always been good at that.
If you have too much of it, of it, that's not a.
I have beaten myself up with some things. Like I said, like I didn't submit my runs at first. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like sad. Like I know I can easily do better at right now. So like I'm gonna get a PB in 2 days, and I'm gonna waste like the leaderboard mods time. Like, but now I submit every one because they're precious to me now. Like I know I'm getting there. So I like I like to show it off, I guess. But yeah.
Well. Yeah, like Trey can attest. Like, Trey, did you ever go through? I feel like we talked about it where we went through the phase of like we didn't really submit. Like I know when I was running newer games for the Sit-a-thon, or like not for the Sit-a-thon, but like that I have to do for the Sit-a-thon, that I wouldn't submit them because I'm just like, oh, I can do way better. But then like after a while, I'm like, just submit it. Like you aren't impressing anybody by having your first submission be whatever.
I don't think I ever had a period like that, actually.
No,
that's good because so many people kind of ragged on me for it. It's like, come on, just like it's good for your history's sake and seeing that improvement. But I was like, I upload all mine onto YouTube just for like my little like my own history's sake. But it's like I don't even want to like waste people's time to see this. So weird.
Yeah, it is kind of nice having that history in speedrun.com. Like it tracks all your previous PBs and stuff.
I kind of wish I did it now. Like, but I do have them saved.
Even when I started Pac-Man World 2, and I was barely even getting sub 1 hour in that, I submitted my first run of that as well.
Oh.
So I've never really done that. Like, it's too bad to submit thing. So.
Yeah, I don't know. That's good though, because I just have it for your history, and it you see you dabbled in that game, and they're like, oh, cool,
The one game I never submitted anything for is Odyssey. So I don't have like I don't.
Well, yeah,
I know what time I got.
I don't blame you for that because you're like not even top 1,000.
Well,
right. Feels like a casual speed run at that rate, or did you actually practice some strats?
I did like 4 runs of it back in 2017.
Okay.
But it was like somewhat practiced. Like it was, I finished it 100%, and then I just kind of went like, oh, I'll jump in on this trend, and then I was just like, nah, not for me.
I don't. But I can't. I'm not saying Odyssey is a bad game, but I didn't really care for it. People like praise that game.
Oh yeah,
I really enjoyed it. I just don't see myself playing it again.
I played one playthrough, but I feel like the bosses were like so simple, and like
the bosses were really fucking easy.
Oh my gosh, it was just like.
To be fair, what Mario game ever has had hard bosses?
Yeah, I guess like
Sunshine's bosses are like the most pathetic in the whole series.
That's true, but I guess they feel more unique. Though.
You pull the nose twice, then you win. Like, come on.
But they felt unique at least. Like that was just like the bunnies and a ring again. Like there's that one you climb up with a bird thing, like it's made out of wood, and you like kind of like go up or something.
But that's also a bunny boss.
It still is a bunny boss, but it was a mecha bunny boss, I guess.
It's a mucky. It's a mucky.
But
it's
I
a
feel
mucky
like,
bunny boss.
Yeah. But I like the variety. I think that's why I like Sunshine so much too. It felt like it tried something different, and to me, it succeeded. Like,
What do you mean the variety? It's all tropical.
All right, look.
Yeah, everything's tropical.
All right, yeah. But
like Try Hacks once said.
I've played a Mario game. I get power ups and I go through the levels. Yeah, but Sunshine was just you and Flood, and the movement is so good in that game. And I like how it's different. Like you just have Flood. And it was unique to me.
The GameCube in general was cool because it was when Nintendo was most willing to experiment with stuff.
Yes.
And I think ever since then, they've been a little more timid on breaking the formula too much.
That's why the Switch is so dry of a console for me. I just feel like I'm playing the same things. Like, I try to buy a new game, I'm just like, I get into it for a little bit, I'm like, like...
I think the Switch has been pretty decent. Like,
I mean, yeah, I bought I bought quite a few games on it, but
Mhm.
I feel like I love the GameCube. The Wii was great. Wii U, and then the Switch.
Did you have a Wii U?
Sadly, I got one.
I never got
did
one.
too.
I'm proud
I
of
loved
myself.
Pikmin. I loved Pikmin a lot, so I played Pikmin 3, which again, it just felt like more of the same, and it just nothing fresh for me. So I was like, why did I even get this? Like, I feel like for me, Nintendo recently is just like, I already played this. I already played this. I've already played this. Like, and I feel like I'm just buying the same game again for $60. So, like, it's not even worth it to me.
I don't even really regret the Wii U because I played Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze on it.
I had
and
Smash. Oh yeah, I heard that game's a banger. Just never had it.
Yeah, it's a banger considering like nowadays you have to buy it full price, and back then, like I like to complain about this where it's just like in 2015 when I bought it, it came out in 2014. It was $35 because they didn't sell shit.
Yeah,
so it's just
that's
like,
great.
oh, we're gonna drop
I feel
the
like they're
price.
so
we're gonna give it
overpriced
$35.
nowadays. Like Nintendo,
Yeah,
just
and then-
gouging. Yeah.
Yeah, and then full like the same game nowadays on the Switch is with funky mode. To be fair,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's got
Hey, it
funky
has
mode,
funky
so
mode?
it's totally worth it.
Yeah, come on. Like,
yeah, it's $80 Canadian. I'm like, I'm not gonna get this.
Oh,
what do you expect from me? But so you're saying that the Switch feels dry to you. What do you think they're going to do? I don't know if you're at all interested in this, but it's an interesting question to ask. What do you think they're going to do with Metroid Prime 4?
Metroid Prime 4? I don't really know. I only played one on the Game Boy, so, and I was satisfied with that.
Nobody knows what Nintendo's doing with Metroid because they literally they announced.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like,
they announced Metroid Prime 4, and then before we ever get any other footage or any like announcement of it, they released a 2D Metroid. And it's like, okay, cool. Where's Metroid Prime 4? What the fuck?
Yeah,
But
it's
didn't
completely in the dark. Yeah.
Didn't they also like announce like, oh yeah, so we've been working on Metroid Prime 4. Expect it to be way later because we're restarting.
Yeah, which is like, okay, they're willing to try to make it a good game. That's cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
But we haven't heard anything since, so I'm kind of
Yeah, they're not the best with keeping you updated on stuff like that. It's just like, what's going on?
It might take as long as Metroid Dread did, which took like 12 years or something apparently.
Oh yeah, Metroid 5.
Like they started it so long ago, and it just kept getting put in the back burner.
Wasn't Bayonetta also like hidden for a while, and people were like, "What's the next Bayonetta?" Or I know there's a Bayonetta 3 coming out now or something, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I remember they announced Bayonetta 3, and I was like, wait, didn't they? Like, I thought this game was already out, and they were just like, yeah, it was announced 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's what
4
it was.
years ago.
Yeah,
it's like
the Elden
really?
Ring.
Damn.
Like, yeah, I never played Bayonetta, but it's like it's just those type of games.
When was Elden Ring first announced?
I couldn't even tell you, but I was one of those that was just waiting and waiting.
All I know is that like it seems as if it was never going to happen.
It was a legend, yeah.
Yeah.
But now I see why it took so freaking long to make. Like, I love FromSoft for that. They'll wait, and but they'll deliver the goods.
I actually saw a video recently. It was just like a history, like every FromSoft game ever made, like back to back to back.
All the real old ones, like Kingsfield or whatever.
Yeah, Kingsfield. I was like, what the hell is this? It looks
Oh
like
my.
a really, really archaic Dark Souls. Okay.
Yep, it's like the type of games my brothers would play like growing up.
And I was watching it, and FromSoft was like releasing at least 1 or 2 new games every single year until Elden Ring alone was like 3 years of work on just that one game.
I didn't know that. Huh.
So it was like they really put like all the resources into this one game like for so long.
What was the span of those Souls games then? Because I got them as they came out. Like when Dark Souls 2 was coming out, I was like, oh my gosh, I got it in the mail and everything.
Demon Souls was 2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2011?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Dark Souls 3 was like 2016, right? So
I think so.
Yeah, so within those years, it was Dark Souls
right
2
after
and
high
Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Bloodborne was between Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3.
Remember
Pretty
Sekiro
sure.
took a little bit, I thought.
Yeah,
But
that was
I was surprised
2019.
I was surprised to learn like the majority of the games that development teams made are like these 3D mech shooting games.
Dude, the President one? Did you ever see that thing? It's hilarious.
Oh,
You play as like the president in a mech suit and you have to defend America. It's like FromSoft made this game. These like it's so out of place.
They just have so many of these like mech shooting games where you're going around as like this mech.
Yeah,
shooting
never
things.
expect that. Never.
I was like,
expect
I've never
that.
even seen these games. I was like, all right.
Yeah,
I think
And that
a lot of them must have been like JP only or something.
probably.
Because I've never
don't
seen
know.
them.
I never heard of them. Never saw them. Yeah, but
oh, I'm trying to think of the mech shooting game. Fuck. It started with a B. It's like It's not Biohazard. It's like
I don't fucking know.
no idea.
Ah, it like came out around the same time as Vanquish. That's why I like remember it. It's I recently bought it. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway,
I'm not a mech person.
no,
I play Metal
Not
Gear
a-
though, but I'm not a mech person.
I was just about to ask about Metal Gear.
I'm a huge
See,
Metal Gear fan.
Because I remember when we did the top 10 pod where Trey, KO, Quan, and I all went through our top 10 games of all time.
Mhm.
There were a few comments on the YouTube video being like, "Oh, Metal Gear Solid," and I was just like, I totally even forgot that was a franchise. Like,
I guess it was just
Like, there-
PlayStation. Well, I mean, there was some like one was on the GameCube or something, but like
sure,
you didn't
but
grow up with a
l-
PlayStation, right?
no,
See,
but
there
I
you
can
go.
imagine. I can imagine the 3-year generational gap behind me being like, "Oh, Metal Gear Solid 2 is the best game of all time," and I'm sitting there going like, "Yeah, I've never played a like." There's a 3-year generational gap behind me, where you guys are in front of me, and
See,
it's just like,
I didn't
can
have
see that.
one. I watched my brother play 2, but I played 3 and 4. But I also
yeah.
watched him play 3 and 4. But 3 was our favorite. It was just so cool. And I like the lore of it too.
I definitely want to get around to the Metal Gear. There's some sort of remakes on the GameCube, I believe.
Yeah, I think on the PS3
Snakes.
actually.
Twin
there
Snakes. Is that like
Yeah.
1 and 2?
I can't remember. I know it's the one that's on the GameCube. I know that's Twin Snakes.
Actually, not sure.
It might be.
There was some like HD collection or something that came on I don't know if you have a PS3, but I think there's some collection that has just a bunch of the games.
I'm a
No.
little bit sad that I've never owned a PlayStation console before.
Wait,
I feel
okay,
like
so you've never had a PlayStation?
I've missed out on every PlayStation thing ever. It
Did
kind
you have
of.
Xbox? I guess.
I had Xbox 360.
Okay, so you both had Xbox, but I didn't have anything Xbox because we already had PC, Nintendo, and PlayStation. So we're like, what is this Microsoft shit?
Honestly,
coming up in here, like we don't need that. Like,
I think excluding Call of Duty stuff, PlayStation was the way to go. I believe.
it just had more. Like to us,
There's just more. There's more. Yeah. There's more
yeah,
stuff.
like we already had all these like other gaming platforms. So like, okay, what are we gonna get? The space shooters, like Halo and Andromeda, or no Mass
Yeah.
Effect.
I think in
was it.
retrospect, I would say Sony did better than Microsoft. In
There's
that
so
regard.
much going on there, like Metal Gear, Spyro and Crash,
Are-
Jax and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank.
Skinner.
Like, yes.
Skinner, are you a Sony advertisement? Just a walking Sony advertisement?
Yeah, right. Trust me, I grew up on PC and Nintendo too. Okay, but I have a lot of nostalgia for PlayStation.
Yeah, there's just more things to. There's just more
There's
to
like
do on a
there's
Sony
like
PlayStation.
five X things to do, right?
yeah.
What do you mean?
A bajillion.
Fusion Frenzy? Hold on, let me list the Xbox games. Fusion Frenzy,
Oh, what is that?
Blinks the Time Cat.
Let's say Piant.
There's Marble Blast Ultra.
What was those
Yeah,
things you hit with sticks as a kid? With candy in them. Was it that one game with
Pinata.
Viva.
Pinata.
Oh, wait.
Viva Pinata.
Viva Pinata.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
commercials for that. I guess.
I don't even know what you
Exactly.
do in that game.
I don't know. I don't.
I've heard that game's really good.
Oh, there you go.
Is it
Kept
like
on-
is
Yeah.
it like Microsoft's Animal Crossing kind of?
No, I don't think so.
Mm.
I think it's I don't know what it is. I know that somebody's listening to this being like, you don't know what the
I thought
Viva
it was
Pinata
just
is?
Animal Crossing, except the animals are pinatas.
No.
I just saw
don't know.
commercials
I have no clue
for
what it
it,
is then.
but-
All right.
Yeah.
There's also the next Banjo game, you know?
Oh, Nuts and Bolts.
Oh, Alan Wake.
Why do I recognize that name, but I don't know what that is?
Alan Wake, Mass Effect.
Mass Effect, yeah. All
But that was also
all
on
I know
PlayStation,
is
I think.
With Xbox, it's just Mass Effect and Halo. That's all I knew about the Xbox.
Like, the thing about the Xbox 360 versus the PlayStation 3 is that like the cell processor in the PlayStation 3 made it Xbox 360 was so easy to develop for, and then PlayStation 3 was just like kind of difficult, and then everybody was just like, well, we have to port something onto the Wii because it sold 100 million fucking consoles.
yeah,
Like
all the Wii.
I just remember like Black Ops on the Wii.
Oh,
I'm
God.
just like, this is horrifying.
I had it. I don't know why my parents had it, bought it for me or anything, but I played it some because you can point at the screen and shoot. How cool! I guess.
That's so funny because that's basically like why I transitioned off of the Wii.
Yeah.
Because like I owned Rock Band for the Wii, and it was just like, oh, but in order to get DLC, you have to buy these like track packs, and you can't like play them at the same time. So you have to like you have to take out your Rock Band 1 disc, put in the track pack just to play the 20 songs, and then put your Rock Band 1 disc back in order to play like the original songs.
Reminds me of like super old games where like they didn't have enough memory, and you had to have all these discs.
Yeah, so you'd have to do that for Wii, and I was just like, fuck this, I'm going to get an Xbox 360. And at the same time, I was just like getting into COD. So it was just like the perfect time for me to just dive into the Xbox 360 with HD graphics and like being able to download songs. I guess it was just like teenage boys, it just appeals, right? Like, oh, for sure.
Yeah, just gets you guys. Yeah.
But what's funny is that like one of my closest friends, I guess this was late enough that I had the PS3 at this point as well, that I got, I think it was like Black Ops 2 that I played PS3 on because my cousin had it. One of my closest friends was like this, like online was this mom from like Utah. I have no idea. I remember my cousin interacting with her a lot, just like
what a like, legend,
just chummy, not even like trying to do anything. Like she was a mom. Like I remember,
a mom gamer. That's gonna be me maybe one.
Yeah, and it was awesome because she was just like, yeah, I play Call of Duty too, and we just like as a trio we would play Call of Duty, and that was it.
Yo, like, that's so cool.
And I don't remember her tag or anything. Like if I booted up my PlayStation 3,
it's just old memories, just random people you come across on the internet that are so special. But that one's strong. Like she, like I guess she like watched her son play it, dabbled a little, and she's like, "Yo, this is actually fun." And then maybe that's just what happened to her, you know?
Yeah. No, I thought it was sick. She was one of my closest friends on the PlayStation 3. Other than that, I didn't really have many, like other than in-person friends, like Left 4 Dead on Xbox 360 and stuff. But like, did you have a Left 4 Dead phase at all? Or anything like that?
No, all my friends played it, but randomly I just couldn't. I don't know why, but I hate zombies. I think it's like they're just dead people coming after you. Like I could care less. I want to go freaking swing a big sword and knock things down like Dark Souls or something, and like do big magic in Skyrim or like weapons fun. Like who cares about some zombies? You know?
Honestly,
like,
for me, when it comes to FPSs, the ideal kind of game for me to have FPS mechanics with is a zombie game. Because they're the easiest targets to hit, and I suck at aiming.
There you go.
My aiming on PC is like probably like bottom 5 percentile. So I'm like, hey, give me something I can actually aim at that like just waddles towards me. I'm good with that. So
I seem like I played a lot of like third-person shooters. Now I think about it, I didn't like first-person. Maybe that's why too. Third
person, it's usually more accessible. I guess I don't know. It's just different.
Because you can also like look down the scope and like. Was Gears of War on the Xbox?
Yeah, we forgot Gears of War. That's the Xbox exclusive as well.
Yeah, Gears of War. I
had Gears of War 2. I remember playing Horde mode. It was pretty fun.
See, with Gears of War and stuff, it's just like I didn't even think of it because they've already run it into the ground.
Yeah,
like they did 1 through 3, and then they did like Judgment, and then they did 4, and then it's just like, who gives a shit?
And then it was just Gears.
Oh yeah, Gears.
That's like
or Gears 5. No, it was just Gears, right?
Just Gears.
It was just Gears. You're right.
Back to the core.
Yeah.
Gears.
Yeah.
Not even War, just the Gears.
Yeah.
It's always kind of has like sort of, I don't know. Are they revamping the series in a way, or like what does that even mean when they say just like?
I don't know. When was the last time you heard anybody utter the name Gears?
Because like I feel like any series that ever does that, it never works out. Like remember Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic 06 was just called Sonic the Hedgehog. And you know where that went, so.
Hey, one company that did do it, back on the Sony train, God of War.
Oh, I love God of War.
Oh, yeah, I guess that did go pretty well. I don't know.
That was the one time where they just went back to the it's not a reboot, but it is like they did.
They're just letting you know. They did God of War.
Yeah, they did. They did God of War 1 through 3. They did the PSP games, and then they were just like a few years later. It's like, hey, PS5. Let's put out a new game. Let's call it God of War and have it just like a start of a new series. And it worked perfectly fine. Hey, and you know what? The voice of Kratos, Christopher Judge, who's in Stargate SG-1.
Whoa.
Fun trivia fact.
Yeah.
Fun fact. It's a great show.
I saw that one movie with you. I remember that.
Oh, no, he wasn't in that movie.
No.
That was the original Stargate movie. It's different.
I mean, that's as Stargatey as you're going to get, right?
Yeah, it's true. I guess it is the OG Stargate. Yeah. You go through a gate. and
There was a
goes
gate.
to
There were
like a
stars.
planet.
Mm,
Yeah, and you go to a different planet, and then there's like
Space.
spaceships.
yeah.
Whoop. Anyway,
Yeah.
By the way, so,
yeah,
I just mentioned Sonic. Are you a Sonic fan at all?
I did have a
Skinner?
Sega, and Sonic was like the second gaming memory I have technically. But
Okay.
I had something on Game Boy where Cream and Knuckles was in it, but I couldn't tell you
Oh,
which
that
one it
must have
was.
been Sonic Advance 2.
Maybe I don't know the name,
'Cause
but
that had
I
Cream in
loved
it.
it. Okay, yeah, cause I like Cream. It's like the bunny, and then like Knuckles, like cool. Knuckles is always my favorite. Knuckles and he climb on walls and climb. But those
Well,
are the only
hey,
two I played.
You know, you might
Oh
enjoy
wait, Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm sorry, I played Shadow.
oh yeah.
Wait,
Anyways,
you
continue.
played Shadow the Hedgehog?
I fucking loved it. Yes.
No, I hated that game.
I was edgy. I was edgy. I was edgy. I
Shadow
was
the
like, this
Hedgehog.
is cool.
I love Sonic. You know, even to this day, I'm sort of a low-key Sonic fan. Shadow the
Yeah.
Hedgehog was the point where I sort of had a falling out with Sonic because I was
I
like,
mean, look at it. It's ridiculous.
like, oh wow, he has guns now. Wow, okay. This
Yeah,
is
let's be
fucking-
real. It was ridiculous, but I love like the multiplayer mode with my cousins. Once again,
I
going
just-
back to my family. But
Like, defeat 40 enemies and there are exactly 40 enemies? Like, come on. That's so dumb.
I don't know.
If you
It
miss a
appealed to
single
my
one, good luck
teenage-
finding it.
not even my teenage. It just appealed to my edgy kid, like cool. Like I always like Bowser and Spyro the dragon. So like, I
But yeah, there
yeah.
was definitely... Shadow the Hedgehog was out in that period where edginess was like the hot thing.
Oh yeah.
Like
So-
Twilight Princess, it's so dark. Oh,
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
like the wolf, like wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, I think, you know, with what you just told me, you might enjoy the recent Sonic movie that came out.
I actually didn't even see the first one somehow, and I know they actually like made Sonic look normal and did everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I
It's-
should catch up.
So I've seen both movies, and this recent one I actually prefer over the first one.
That's crazy.
yeah?
Usually when they like try to milk it too long, it gets worse as it goes on. So
I
That's
think
good.
because what happened was the first one was sort of just a thing to be like, hey, it's a Sonic movie, it's just gonna sell well because it's Sonic, and it had like
Yeah.
the really weirdly designed model for Sonic and stuff.
then they fixed it, but this one they really learned from their mistakes. Then like Sonic 2, and they like, made it real good.
So they fixed their like the appearance of the first one, and then
Yeah.
in this second movie they really like put more. There's a lot more hearts in it, a lot more care put into. Like first of
the
all,
fandom, I guess.
yeah, there were all
Yeah.
kinds of references that I got, like the cafe that like Robotnik's old what's the word? Fucking sidekick. his little like
The Metal Sonic.
no. The
Oh.
little the cafe guy. Anyway, he like it's called like the
I
It's
don't know
called
who
the-
that is actually.
his the words are failing me. I'm just gonna say sidekick.
Okay,
It's
good
called
enough.
It's called Mean Bean, and it's like, you know, Dr.
Yeah.
Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which was like a game and Mega Collection.
Oh yeah, so
And there's all like in the sort of like towards the beginning, there's like a scene where like Sonic tries to help out, but ends up like causing the sewers to explode, which is like a reference to Sonic Adventure. All kind. There's like a
that's
dozen references
cool.
like
Yeah,
that
like
probably.
to legit the games. Like
Yeah,
that's
like
awesome.
you know, there's a lot of like attention towards the fans.
Yeah.
And I would
Remember-
say,
Okay,
wait, what's up?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let
So-
you finish the story.
Yeah, so, and also Knuckles is in this movie quite a bit, as well as Tails. But I
Knuckles,
think
my
that-
boy.
Idris Elba?
And you were saying how cool Knuckles is. Knuckles definitely gets the spotlight in this movie,
Oh, that's cool.
even more than Tails, I'd say.
Yo,
And
Tails looks pissed on the movie poster.
oh, does he? I forget what the poster looks like.
I think I just saw a Twitter post about it. He just looks angry.
But
He's
yeah,
doing
you know,
so chipper. Anyways,
overall, I really enjoyed the movie. There was like many people complain like the wedding scene went on too long, where like they, you know, there is like a human elements in these movies where like the humans are involved, and
Yeah.
this
the humans,
is the show.
you know, the humans had to do something. So
Yeah.
they had their own like wedding sort of like sort of like side story. But honestly, I thought it still like went pretty well. Like it was a fun scene. It's a kid movie at the end of the day, so like it's just like a lot of like fun actiony stuff,
Oh yeah.
you know. And there's like the gun commander, which is like, you know Gun from Shadow the Hedgehog, right?
Yeah.
He's like very one note, and like they made a callback to a thing from the first movie where like they had like an Olive Garden scene, and it was funny. But like
Yeah.
they sort of like in some ways made fun of aspects of the first movie and made it funnier,
That's
which
cool.
was
They
cool.
yeah, they like recognize their
Yeah,
like past. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to give it a go then.
Yeah, and then I guess to finish up my notes, there was like a ending credits scene, which had sprite art, and the sprite art was like really well done. Like there was like a sprite arty kind of credit scene in the first movie, but this one definitely was like a lot more visually stunning.
I'm a simp for art, so that's so cool. Yeah.
But
Did
yeah,
they have like random artists do it? Do you even know? Or
I think they had actual pixel artists work on this.
That's so sweet. Yeah.
But yeah, like it had like the overall storyline of, you know, in some of the games, Eggman ends up tricking Knuckles because Knuckles is kind of dumb, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And then he's like, ends up getting Eggman the Master Emerald. It had a fun ending boss fight where he has like a giant Eggman mech, similar to the games. It parallels the games much more closely. The first movie had like a lot more of a human emphasis, a lot less Sonic-y. So yeah, more Sonic-iness in this movie. Overall, I think it improved many aspects of the first movie.
Good. And randomly Jim Carrey's in it. I didn't think he'd come back.
Oh yeah, and Jim Carrey killed it.
He does great.
In both movies, he killed it. So.
Good. Yeah, I loved him as a kid, like all the movies he was in. So I was like, wow, him to be in like a recent movie, and you know, I know what Sonic is. I played some Sonic games, so it's like, this is cool. I now I really gotta watch it. I don't know how I haven't gotten around to watching the first one even. So
I don't know if you even have to watch the first one. You might just be able to watch the second one and be fine.
I guess why not though? You know,
you would miss like a couple things that the first movie established, but honestly, you'd probably be like just fine skipping it.
I don't know. I guess I ought to because it'd just be fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I can recommend it to people who who are adults who aren't Sonic fans like Sid.
Yeah, well, I like watching all like the Pixar movies and stuff too. I love watching those movies, so for me it'll hit home.
I think you definitely enjoy it. That's all I gotta say. So.
All right, I'll give it a little gander.
I appreciate your tentativeness to recommend it to me because I like you're talking about Jim Carrey. I love him in The Mask and stuff, but
the Mask,
he's not a
baby.
pull.
Yeah.
He's not a pull for me to go watch a movie.
I don't know if it's visually meant for you to say.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I believe
at the end of the day, it's a kids movie. Yeah.
Well, no, it's like kids movies fine, but like Sonic,
you don't like Sonic at all.
I'm not a Sonic guy whatsoever.
Type it on Twitter now.
I played 10 minutes of a Sonic game once, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm fine.
I've
seen
only
some
played
speedruns.
2. I mean, you know, I'm not like crazy about it, but I will say the OC, slap and bang, and I don't even play half the games, but you can appreciate the freaking music. Or OST. I said OC. Oh my god.
The OC.
OCs! Oh my god, that was the wrong word.
I was just like,
OST.
the old MTV
you meant
show?
OSTs.
The OST, the OC, all the fan art. That's
all the fan art, yeah.
Yeah, the music. Well, fan art's good too, I guess. Something weird.
As far as video game soundtracks, Sonic soundtracks are like my go-to usually.
Bangers.
Really good.
Yeah. Yep. Even I don't even play half the games, but when they go, they go. What is your guys' go-to video game OSC while we're at it?
I guess other than Sonic, like Xenoblade games, to be honest.
I've never played Xenoblade.
Do you like RPGs?
No, I have no patience for MMOs.
This is the podcast where we recommend everything to Skinner Koopa, and then she says that she'll watch and play all of it.
No, this time I'm like, no. Wait, sorry. what type of RPG? Like, give me some more.
It's not turn-based. It's action RPG.
Oh, I like action RPG. I hate turn-based.
Yeah, it's not. It's not turn-based.
I can't play
it's
like
not
Fire
Project
Emblem
Triangle
or
strategy.
I have no patience for those type of games.
It's not Project Triangle strategy for sure.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll give it a go.
I don't really have a fallback. I just kind of like auto get like Zeldas and stuff, which I'm totally fine with.
Can't go wrong with Zelda, yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, Dire Dark. I'm like super normie when it comes to video game OSTs. It's like, oh, Dire Dark Docs came on. Awesome. Like,
you get that Gilva Sunner. Oh, rip. But like just a random list of
Nintendo destroyed them. That's right.
Good old Nintendo. But yeah, I don't know, you just have those YouTube mixes of just like, oh, relaxing Animal Crossing OST when you're in the mood. Or you get like the bumpin', for me, Metal Gear. That's not Nintendo, but I like some Metal Gear. It goes hard. And some of it's so like orchestrated well too. So yeah, I think those are my go-tos.
Cool. One thing that I wanted to ask before we like get too late into the pod. So you were at the end of the Sonic topic there, you were asking about the artists. You are an artist.
I am an artist. Many forms.
Snap.
Yeah.
Of many forms.
My main thing, which is like literally my job, I do this for a living, is resin casting. Where I make molds of like, the buttons and sticks and stuff in your controllers. And then I inject resin into those molds. Boom, becomes hard. And you can put it in your controller. And they look pretty and they're cool. So
Oh,
I really love doing that because even as a kid with my brothers, we loved taking apart controllers and just fucking with them. Of course, ones that like started drifting or something and got messed up, we're like, let's just take it apart and go in. And like even our one like PS2 Slim stopped working, and I remember so random, but like we like took it apart and put like yogurt on the disc thing and like made it spin around. So I love tinkering with controllers. And so
You put yogurt in the disc drive?
yogurt.
yeah,
That's
watch
what I
it
heard.
spin around because it was broken. We didn't know how to repair it, so we just watched it go around. But anyways, I love.
I hear
tinkering.
that toothpaste sometimes works.
Oh, I wish I would have known that. I tried yogurt out. But yeah, but so it started like me just liking messing around with that. But as I was into Smash, I went to a local and I saw someone with this banging controller. I was like, what the? Like, where do you buy it from? I was like, does Nintendo doesn't make that? And they're like, oh no, someone made this. I was like, someone made that? I was like, my artist like heart, I was like, oh, this is so cool.
My artist heart.
Yeah, and I was like, I want to make that, and I just did it as like a hobby for fun and got into it, and it ended up being a career, which is so cool. So
Oh,
yeah, I just like making them look pretty and look awesome. So I have
How
a
many,
huge
like-
controller collection.
How many controller pieces have you made, you think?
So like for like you mean like different controllers or for
I
what's
mean,
on the
I was
controller?
gonna say, because you're not making control, you're just making the parts for it.
Yeah, just like the buttons, the sticks, and like I hate doing L and R on the GameCube controller. They're hard to make feel exactly like OEM, so I just stay away
yeah.
from it. But I can do everything to like the Z button down. Like sticks are my main thing because they're always like ripping and tearing and stuff, and people just like need replacements.
oh,
And-
just wearing.
Yeah,
just a
just
little
wear
bit.
down and everything. And like they're like some people have a hard time making them. I was like, I'm gonna master that and get good at it. So now I really understand how to make the sticks like perfect and like the seam line very like similar to OEM. So like I'm like the stick master kind of like the resin casting scene. But yeah, but
All right, how
mostly
many
GameCube.
sticks have you made then?
Oh my god, hundreds. Like it's insane. I never counted,
Damn.
but it's something up there. But I've also resin casted for like random stuff, like the Joy-Cons, which like are horrendous to take apart. They're nightmare fuel. And the Joy-Cons are shit anyways, and they drift.
I believe that.
Yeah. Oh, they're so tiny. Like I have a
Yeah.
bunch of type of screws and stuff, and like all the little baby ribbon cables. It's so bad. But yeah, Joy-Cons aren't even worth the cast for because they break in a week. But GameCube mostly because Smashers are just like they love having pretty controllers. Which thank you guys because the reason I have my like job. Thank you. But and I started doing some like PlayStation for the boys. I just made some for like kind of like my friends in the scene. Just hook them up with some cool looking stuff. And
Dope.
my own DualShock, my own Wiimote, and yeah, I don't know. I just love that type of stuff. Art
Okay,
and
I'm
like
gonna-
soldering and tinkering and stuff.
Oh, just like this passion for tinkering that you have
Yeah,
deep down.
mostly art side, but I just love like messing
yeah.
with stuff and tinkering with it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And drawing,
Did
but yeah.
I'm gonna ask the noobest question. You're gonna be like, okay, this guy doesn't even know. What does OEM stand for?
Oh, original. Oh my god, I don't even know the abbreviation. Just like manufacturer original, like
okay.
from them. It's not
Yeah,
third party.
the factory
OEM.
reset.
Yeah, OEM. Let me Google it. Actually,
Okay.
I don't even know. Or it's original
Yeah, you said
something
OEM so
manufacturer.
casually.
Oh my god,
I've
so
never
used to saying
heard that either.
Original
Yeah,
equipment
Trey-
manufacturer. Yeah.
Trey was just sorry. What was it?
Original equipment manufacturer. I was
Oh,
so
okay.
used to saying it like to people. I don't know why, but yeah. Not third party. It's from the Nintendo's
Yeah.
parts. Yeah.
Yeah, Trey and I were gonna let it skirt, but I was just like, I need to
got-
know what OEM
Oh my
stands
gosh,
for.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I expect people to know that word off the top of their head.
Well,
Yeah.
I just assumed original, and I was just like, well, I'm kind of
You have
interested as
that,
to
yeah.
what OEM.
I forgot what
actually
the
stands
E
for.
was. Original equipment manufacturer. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I do it from OEM parts because why would I use a Mad Catz controller and make it a clone
yeah.
of Mad Catz or something? No, like, yeah. But yeah, it's just so fun.
Nice.
So you've just made a living out of that.
Yeah, I've been doing it almost a year now. July will be like my anniversary. July's a huge freaking month for me. I started speedrunning. It's when I was born, and like my business kind of started from then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I know.
I'm glad that I wanted to ask that just like at some point.
It makes
so-
sense. It's like my thing.
before we got too late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like it's one of those things. Like you're in my chat, and I want to know the Skinner lore.
The Skinner lore
Like-
grows every day. Yeah.
Yeah, just like because I knew that you were an artist and that you worked on controllers, but I didn't know like how they correlated or like I've seen the webpage, And
Yeah.
I've looked at it, but I've never really like asked you about it or anything like that. So I'm glad that I
Now you know.
did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just love doing that
Ex-
stuff so much. So it's crazy I can do it as a hobby. I mean, hobby and a career. Like, yeah. So super
So you
cool.
have
So-
your own website for that and stuff?
I used to, but like Etsy, they're just so much better for like sales
Oh,
and everything.
Etsy.
But
Okay,
then Etsy takes so much of a cut. I think I'm going back to my website again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was wondering like what website you're running all this stuff through. And I was like, oh.
Etsy's so good for like getting known and getting bigger, but like, they like increase their like percentage they take from you recently, and it's like, oh, it hurts. Like, I'm going back to my website now.
Hey, is
Yeah.
it more? Is it? Do they take less than 50%?
Yes.
Better than Twitch.
You right. Yeah. Oh, that is so criminal of Twitch, though.
Dude, thinking about Etsy, I totally forgot. My sister used to make anime sleep masks.
Yo, that's cool.
Like with the eyes of like anime characters on a sleep mask.
Wow.
I remember she used to make those.
That's really cool.
Random like blast memory when you mentioned Etsy. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah. So it's because like
totally forgot
everyone's
you
gonna
used to-
Google and look up Etsy. Like my website, I have to really market myself and go everywhere. Post on Reddit, go like on Twitter, and like it's just so much work. Which it is my job, so that's why I went so ham doing it.
Yeah.
But Etsy, oh my god, I just upload and people are just like they just find me. Like my own website's like you don't Google Skinner Resin Works and just like find GameCube controller parts. Like Etsy, you're just like GameCube sticks, boom, my stuff shows up. So it's like it's just how it is. Yeah.
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
Is there any like theme anybody's asked for?
Oh my
that's
god,
been,
pastel,
that stand out?
pastel. Like I just randomly had the idea a few months ago to like make some like pastel, and I mix it. Like the A button is like baby purple, the B is baby blue, the Y is baby green, and the X is baby pink. I don't know. It's a bunch of pastel mix.
Is pastel just all baby colors?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I said baby so many times. Light, lavender. I don't know. Baby, cute.
Baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cute colors, and like I just like know how to mix the colors well and make them like match right, and like no,
So
for some reason no one else is doing that. But yeah,
do you
pastel.
sell like just the part, or do you sell full controllers as well?
No, I could, I guess, get into that, but you have to scrounge for controllers on like
Yeah,
eBay,
right.
and
Oh,
you have
yeah.
to hope they're not shit. Or there's actually Japanese Amazon. You have to sign in like the Japanese like way. Like you don't like Google, like you don't just go on Amazon and like look up. You have to have a Japanese account.
Oh,
But you
yeah,
can get
yeah.
some
Mhm.
like for like $35 you can get like a brand new like the black Smash Ultimate ones that came out during that era. Like they're like
Sure.
around like $35 for a brand new one. But I'm just so much on the art side of it. So like I just like doing the resin casting that aspect. So I don't know. Like I could like get
Okay.
into like doing the chords and I have done the chords too, but yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a lot more that I don't really want to
Yeah.
get into.
Well, also with like Melee or like GameCube controller specificities,
Mhm.
like people want their like notches.
Oh, fully
like-
made. Yeah, I could like get
Yeah.
into that stuff too, but it's weird. Like a lot of artists like do their one thing, and we like come together to make a full
Oh, that's
controller.
dope.
Like my one dude, like his name's Toasty Tilapia. He's like amazing at painting, and then like this one girl, her name's Kubi, and she like presses flowers and controllers and just makes the most like creative designs. There's always something fresh coming from that woman. And like she always like puts my stuff in her controllers and just hearts like my heart melts.
My melts hearts.
My melts
Yeah,
hearts.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
It melts
oh
an
my
artist's
God.
heart.
Yeah, right. And then like someone else will do like the Eternals or like the paracord, like the cord. They'll make it look cool, with the plug on the end of it.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
So we all like come together and make controllers. There are some that do full controllers by themselves, but it's just so much work. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
are kind of like I don't know how to call it. Like you look at something and it's like $350. It's like holy shit! I don't know if I buy a controller for that, but there is a lot of work that goes into it. So like I
Yeah,
see why
yeah.
they cost that much, but it's like makes me worry about sales in a way because it's so much, and it has to be a banger controller or probably won't sell. But like resin casting, it's like oh you just see these sticks for like $25. Yeah, I'm gonna cop that. Or a full set. I don't do the triggers, so mine's only like $50. I do up to the Z button, but. Yeah, so it's like easier to buy, but like I get so worried about a huge controller and making sure it works perfectly, and like I don't know, it seems like too much to get into.
Well, I'm not surprised that the like customization of controllers within the like a Nintendo community is also a community effort.
Yes,
Because
yeah, definitely
like everything else within like Sunshine speedrunning or like whatever, like Melee, just everything that is of that ilk is very like community driven.
Yeah,
So
it's
the fact
so
that
cool.
like the fact that the controller itself, like customizing the controller itself, also is a community effort. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
but 3 people come together to make a controller for someone. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoy it. It's cool. And not only for like, I get to do it as a job, but also it's just like a cool community. I
Yeah.
make it for the nerds. And I'm a nerd, so yeah.
Perfect.
You serve the nerds.
Yeah. That's cool.
So when we have a guest, we have a question. We have our gaming memory.
I
and then
kind
we
of
go
remember
into-
these. I've watched a few podcasts.
So Trey, do you want? I
Whose
think
turn
I
was
did
it?
the Lego one.
Did I do the last one?
You did the desert one with
Yeah,
Pinkish.
I believe it's your
Desert?
turn.
Is it? Did I do Lego?
Because I got Lego. I said like the Lego house and everything.
Oh, you were
Or
the
the Lego
house.
building. Yeah.
Oh,
All
this.
right.
Okay, I know where
So
it's
it's
going
up to
now.
you.
Go with the.
Hey, Skinner,
Oh, what? Huh?
So-
Yeah.
place yourself in this world. My voice a little bit raspy. Just appreciate it for what it is.
All right, it's a rough world, but we'll do.
It's man. We're out here in Mad Max Fury Road. We're just playing our
Mad
guitars.
Max. All right.
But so you walk up to this building. It's a large pastel building.
Oh,
baby
there
blue,
you go.
baby pink, baby yellow, baby green.
Mhm.
Dude, covered in babies.
Babies. Okay.
you
It's
walk.
baby color.
You walk.
Yeah, baby
You walk
colored.
inside. All the marble is colored baby pink, baby green, baby blue, baby purple.
Who would've
It's
known?
great. It looks.
Yeah.
It's definitely a vibe.
A huge,
Like, the chairs
cute
look
building.
wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
just
don't
a
get us
massive
wrong, it's
cube
still
building.
very fancy.
Oh
And,
yeah.
Oh yeah, for
high
sure.
end.
A
Right.
marble
Expensive
pastel or
pastels.
something. Yeah, granite pastel. I don't know.
Expensive.
Yeah, expensive pastel.
Granite,
Yeah.
expensive pastels. Then you walk into the elevator. It's again like it would be windowed, but it's covered with marble, and it's
Yeah.
like just all the colors.
Yeah,
are
if there's
very
marble
bright.
windows, you can't see it through them very well. It's just solid.
Yeah, they're not the best design, but they're fancy.
Yeah, and you go up to the 42nd floor.
42nd? Why?
You- This is episode 42.
Oh
And it's the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
my god. Whoa.
Also correct. But yeah, you walk
Now it
out
makes
on
sense.
the
That's cute.
42nd floor, and there's this large room covered in like you see hanging
Covered in
hangings
babies.
on the wall.
Covered in babies.
Hey, say,
Yeah.
Trey said it. I didn't say it. Okay, covered in babies.
We
You
said
walk
it earlier
forward.
as well.
I am confused as I enter this room. I can tell you that much.
It is very confusing.
Yeah.
There's a large desk at the end. There,
intimidated.
you can see the GameCube controller on it. You can see the
Okay.
the PlayStation 2 controller on it. You can
Mm-hmm.
see the picture of a Skylanders photo on the wall.
No, not Skylanders, Spyro.
It's Skylanders though.
No, but
I'm sorry.
I heard Skylanders is fun, but I don't like it.
No.
But it's not your office. Maybe
Okay.
not yet.
Yeah. All right. It's
Not
my
yet.
office, though.
Hey, when you
I
get
don't
the
have babies
job,
in
you
my
can take-
office, So.
When you get the job, you can take down the Skylanders photo. I promise.
Okay. Oh, the job. What's going on?
Oh, okay. So you bring yourself in,
Mm-hmm.
and sitting at this desk is Trey. Do you have any idea?
Two-ball. Two-ball.
Oh, Tuval
Tuval.
himself.
Oh,
a
Tuval.
legendary glitch hunter. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
baby.
that's a good grab. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Mm.
Anyway, so Toval's sitting at this desk.
By the way,
And-
the Rickster told me it's Tuval, apparently.
Tuval. I always
Oh,
said
Tuval.
Tuval. It's-
Or maybe it's Toval? No, it's Tuval, I think.
I always
don't
said
fucking know.
Tuval.
He told me it's something the way I wasn't saying it.
Oh
so
no.
Now
Funny.
I'm mixing myself up. Whatever.
I think it's Tuval,
Pogo.
but I didn't know him that well.
All right,
Anyways,
just
so
confusing.
Tuval sitting at this desk.
Yeah, Tuval.
Epic glitch hunter, epic Spyro glitch
Quite
hunter,
the gamer, yeah.
discoverer of GBS
And many
The-
Spyro tricks, trust me.
and many.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I believe you. Well, that's like his introduction to the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Like,
Ricks are,
epic.
yeah.
He's like, doesn't
Yeah.
play Sunshine, but he's smarter than all the Sunshine runners. So, there you
Yeah,
go.
every Sunshine Runner's
The
done.
games are oddly
True.
similar. Like,
Anyway, so he's sitting at this
Anyways,
desk,
yes.
and you walk up to it and hand him. You have it prepared. It has a cover page on it. Your
Alright.
gaming resume
gaming
What?
resume.
is on your gaming resume that you hand to Tuval.
Alright, so what special thing I have to offer to Tuval? My gaming?
Sure. What
Alright.
within gaming? What are your highest achievements, or within like gaming space? I know we've talked about like game design with some people. I know we've talked about like
Okay, so not
like
just like I'm
game
good
creation.
at games, but like unique
It could be.
attributes I have.
It could be.
That too, yeah, and literally anything. Like they could
Yeah.
also design games, but they're also the best player at Melee or something. Or okay,
Sure.
all right.
Okay, you're the best
anyways.
player at Melee. That's number one.
No.
Okay. Best player at Melee.
No. Anyway, I was just trying to think of an example. Okay, so my gaming resume. All right, I started out in a very competitive environment from day one, A1. So I was quite the gamer from the start, and it was cutthroat out here. All right, but I always beat games on like the hardest difficulty that they had, like Uncharted, like Metal Gear Rising. I had to always do it on the hardest difficulty.
Zealot.
Yeah, like I went. What's Zealot mean?
It's from some
that's the
game
hardest-
it's in like.
That's the hardest difficulty in Dead Space.
Okay,
In Dead Space 2.
I didn't play Dead Space, but
Yeah.
I always did the hardest difficulty. I've gotten PR'd in Smash Bros. On my local scene.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, people used to
Dope.
instilled fear in them because when Bowser runs across the stage, he shakes the stage. And I remember sitting down in
Ooh.
bracket, and someone's like, "Oh God, I gotta like play Skinner." They're like they'll call the bracket like Skinner versus like Raijin or something, and they'd be like, "Oh man, I gotta play Skinner." And I had that moment, like it felt good, pretty badass.
Unanimously,
Yeah.
the response to playing you is, "Oh man, oh fuck."
Oh.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh no, not this," because like heavy characters instilled fear into my foes. So I was, they had to tussle with the muscle. You know what I mean? But
Hey,
yeah,
that rhymes.
and I got Platinum 5 in League of Legends back in season,
Oh.
I don't know. It's been a while. Like season 6 or something. So I was
Is a
quite the
higher number
gamer.
better?
No, actually. It's gold like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Okay.
and then you move up to plat 5 and you have to work your way up again.
Never played
Okay.
League.
Yeah.
Me neither.
But
I was gonna ask the same question. Don't worry about it.
yeah. So I just hit platinum, which is pretty
Nice.
good. Not many people hit platinum, so that was pretty baller. So I will say I go quite in with gaming.
Ballin'.
Yeah. And I am a experienced speedrunner now. I'm not really.
It's like
Anyway.
experienced speedrunner now.
Experienced speedrunner.
Experience.
I am quite into the dabbling of speed, and I love like doing hard tricks. I always push myself to like just keep. If I have to bash my head against the wall over and over again to clip through, I don't care. I will try. Like I will say, I have persistence when it comes to like learning like the hardest things in games. Like that's how I was when I beating all those like hard games on like the PS3 or something. Like enemies will freaking one shot you in Uncharted 2, but I'll try to get through that level again and again and again. So I will
Did
say,
you play on brutal?
whatever the hardest one, I don't remember what it is.
Yeah,
Uncharted
okay.
2 and 3.
Sure.
Well,
But
that's
yeah.
why you like Dark Souls so much.
Yes, I'm like what's that word? Masochist?
Masochist.
Yeah, masochist
yes.
gamer, dude. Yeah, and freaking all the Souls games. Sekiro is my favorite though. I love the combat. But yeah, I love. I am the perfect guest for the podcast. I love hard games. It's so fun to challenge yourself. It really is. So I'll say that. But I guess the last thing on my resume is that I help the gamers look styling, baby. Like I make their controllers look fresh. So not only am I a gamer and I feel pretty good. I sound so cocky, but I'm trying to like not sound like undersell myself. I want to, I'm like in an interview here, right? But
No, it's fine.
yeah. So I beat a lot of hard games, and I make people's controllers look cool, and I love supporting other gamers too. So like, community all comes together. But yeah, I think that's my gaming resume in a nutshell.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a great gaming resume. I like for a second I was just like considering not asking the question, and I was just like, no, we'll get to it. We'll get to
Oh
it.
no!
for sure.
Don't fret. I've grown up.
Whoa,
gaming
whoa,
my
whoa.
whole
Why
life.
would we not do the gaming resume question?
I don't know. For every so often when we do a guest, I'm just like, oh, the conversation's rolling. Like I don't want to like interrupt it. But then
True.
and then I eventually find my slot.
Oh, don't worry.
We have never missed a single guest.
No, we haven't.
Not one.
Even
Good, yeah.
on guests, it's just like we have to ask it at like the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
we haven't missed it.
Yeah.
But the final question to the resume.
Okay.
It's a 2-part question.
Ooh.
Do you have a gaming special skill?
Gaming's. I guess I'll go back to that resume there, where I will bash my head into the wall over and over again until I do that thing. Like I will
Masochist.
try
I was
my
wondering if
damnedest.
that was going to be it.
Yep, like
Yeah.
the Souls levels, I'll go through them over and over again until I beat that boss. So, like a skip, like gulp skip in Spyro 2 is like very annoying, but like I'll try again and again until I learn it. Like Yeah, that's my like I think my biggest thing is that I will try.
It's because
I get it.
the payoff from finally beating a thing you've been trying so long to do is like nothing else.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
so rewarding.
It's
That's
a great
like that.
feeling.
Yeah, like that one trick I was talking about earlier, like Sproder and the Ripto or Sir. It like I feel like I remember me and a few others looked at the leaderboards. Like 16 people total have done this trick out of like everyone that's
Wow.
playing the game.
Damn.
And I've only gotten it twice in runs. I get it in practice here and there, but like I've only gotten it twice so far in runs. But like I've been going at it for 2 months now. That stupid ass trick. Like I can appreciate it though because it's not like it kind of feels like RNG or it's like not really in your control. It's like once you understand the trick, you can do it. But it's just such a tall order. It's a big wall. It's a tall wall. It's hard to get around. But yeah, I think that's my thing. Is
Well,
yeah, that's it.
yeah. What I'm thinking in regards to that, where it's just like usually I have that gene too,
Mhm.
where I just like keep grinding. Like the Bogey Brothers, I did like a 16-hour stream and I
Oh
didn't
god,
even beat it.
yeah, that was
Wow.
rough.
And then like the next day, I streamed for 6 hours and beat it or something like that.
Mhm.
So like
That's how
I
you do
did
with your
grind-
hundos, man. Like
Yeah,
oh, I forget what it was. It was Serena. One of the torches at the
Three-
beginning.
yeah. Serena 7
I was there
hundo.
like a whole stream, and you're going and going and going, and then the next day you just get it. But like you were going for what, like 6 hours beforehand?
Yeah, it was 6 hours straight of Serena
my
100s, and then I
gosh.
didn't get the record, and then I played 3 hours the next day and got it
That's
twice.
what it is though with speedrunning. Sometimes you just gotta walk away and come back fresh, and you just like boom, you get it.
Oh, Trey
Yeah.
knows exactly how that feels.
Yeah,
That happens like all the fucking time.
that's. I'm not one of those, but sometimes I get it. Like sometimes I'll go away for a bit and come back, and I just boom. I'm like, whoa.
Like somehow,
Yeah.
it seems like ever since my like month and a half break to play Elden Ring, I'm playing Sunshine better than before that break.
I wonder if it's just because
Just
like,
magically.
are you just like, is it because like we're burnt out, or like you look at it from a fresh perspective because it's been that long? Like,
I think it's a mixture of both, and
Yeah.
I've played Sunshine so long that
mhm.
it's become a fight to mitigate burned outness.
I mean,
and,
yeah.
like,
How many years has
Wait,
it been now?
About 9 years.
Exactly.
Although,
Wow.
like, what I didn't play for all 2020, so like, I guess.
Okay,
8,
you
I
had a
don't
good
know.
break. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
some
assume
solid
you'd
breaks in
need
there.
that for that time.
Like I always say 9, but realistically, it's more like 6 if you factor in like all the breaks I've had. So
Yeah,
Yeah, Trey and I have known each other for 8 years
that's so cool.
at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
it's this podcast with the two Sunshine Boys. We got to bring it up. Sunshine. All right,
It exists.
it exists.
I don't know.
How'd
We've
you
been
guys
playing
get
it.
into Sunshine? I guess like. I don't
Okay,
know. I don't
yeah.
even know. I know so many
Anyway.
people probably heard this, but I didn't. So I'm
This could take
asking
another
you
whole.
guys.
This could take
Yeah.
a whole nother hour, to be honest.
I'll tell you mine then too, but I gotta know. I guess.
Well, like I saw the Ocarina of Time video from Narcissa Wright from years ago, and that's how I got into speedrunning. And then I saw the GDQ run of Sunshine, and I went, I own that. And that's literally it. I went, I own it.
I own
don't-
that. I want it. It looks cool. I do.
Like I don't have this nostalgic tie that a lot of people have to Sunshine.
That's me.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody we have on that mentioned Sunshine is just like, oh, I loved Sunshine when I was a kid. I didn't.
Huh?
And-
See, I did as a kid.
Yeah,
Once again, Trey.
and but I
But,
didn't have
like-
that. So
yeah.
To sum up me, it's just that I've known speedrunning exists since like 2005 or something. Didn't realize
Wow.
I didn't realize like a community was really a thing until like 2012 or so when I came
Mhm.
across, or my brother showed me a Reddit post of ZFG's Ocarina of Time in 2145 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then that got me to see a recommended video of like GDQ 2012 VODs. And from there, I was like,
This is
okay,
cool.
64 seems to be overrated. I'm going to run Sunshine. And there we go.
So wait, did you like 64 more initially, or
I never played 64 yet.
I knew
I,
was
I didn't
gonna
have it in
answer.
64.
I didn't. I had a Nintendo 64, but I didn't play 64 until later.
Well, I had 64 DS, which is like similar.
Oh yeah.
But-
Yeah.
And I
Good
watched
game.
like mini speedruns of it. But I was like, man, everyone always talks about speedrunning 64. There's not enough Sunshine speedrun stuff out there because at this time, back in 2013, 2012, there was like almost no Sunshine stuff, to be honest.
Aw. I wish I would have known back then, because man, I would have been on the grind too.
Like Sunshine's like a popular game nowadays, but like when I
Yeah.
started, it was like not very popular.
No.
So
Probably because it had like, I mean, your video, right? Like, it just didn't have much going for it, and people hated it so much compared to like 64. Like people are like, oh, it's so janky.
People do be hating Sunshine. It's true.
I love it for the jank. That's why
you
I
either
like
love it or you hate it. No one's just kind of like meh on Sunshine.
It's like, yeah, there's not enough love. There wasn't a lot of things out there for it, and everybody hated it.
Yeah, people hated it more than loved it. It seemed like.
I love that.
So how I got into it, not even the speed.
Yeah, how did you get into it?
I have like this childhood best friend, and I always hung out with her, and like, but she had an older brother, but I was always so shy to talk to him because he was so cool to me. He had all these consoles in his room, and he had a GameCube.
Damn, he's so cool.
I know, this guy's so cool. Like, I had like a childhood crush on him almost. But and he had a GameCube in there, and sometimes we'd all play together, play Melee or Mario Party or something. But one time I was just allowed to play on the GameCube, like. I could have never asked him. I was so shy. But one time he's like, "Oh, do you just want to play?" I'm like, "Yes." And he had Sunshine, and I just remember, what are those little gooey guys that jump on you? Goo balls or something?
Goobles or swoop and stews. We don't really know what to agree on.
I like goo balls because they're gooey. But
yeah, goo balls.
I just remember, doing airstrip and then going there, and I was like, "Yo, what?" And I'm just spraying around. And my eyes are just like glued to the screen, and I loved it since. And that was like literally it. I was like, this one's so cool. I'm spraying water, and there's like these little guys going around, and they're jumping on me. I don't know. And I was just like, this is cool. And then my dad bought it for me. I know, right? So stupid. I was like, look at these little gooey things.
This is cool.
Yeah, whoa, goop. Whoa. Then my dad bought it for me, and then my mom bought it for me. So I had 2 copies.
And you lost both of them?
And I lost both of them. I lost so many games growing up. It's tragic. It's terrible, but...
I still have my original copy that I never use anymore because I play on JP. Yay!
Oh, yeah, right? For the speeds, load times or something, I assume. Yeah.
Load times.
Man, I miss reading English text, though. I got to admit.
Yeah.
I miss being able to read the game.
Dude, I remember I was running through the game this past week, and I talked to a random Pianta expecting to be able to read it, and it was Japanese. I'm like, oh yeah, this sucks.
Oh, you learned the wrong language, so you should learn Japanese instead.
I should have learned Japanese.
Yeah, what are you doing? Right, but yeah, I just like the movement in it, and I still do. I just a few days ago, I was just trying to learn some speedrunnery things, and I was trying to just do like rocket storage. It seemed like a simple way to start. It took me like a few minutes to get it. And I stored 5 and was like, whoa. I just went flying in the air and I'm like, this is great. And I tried doing honey.
This game is so broken, yet it's still an hour, 15 minutes long.
It's so funny.
Right?
Yeah.
How broken it is, but it's just like...
I love broken games. Not ones that are so broken, like Ocarina.
It's so broken, yet not broken at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's funny. Entering Sunshine right now is such a weird thing. Like entering the community or entering speedrunning, it is such a weird time now because it's just like everything, a lot of things are figured out and like there's so many good resources
for that. Yeah.
But
at the same time, like some of the records are so good that it's so demoralizing.
And I was I was literally about to say, then that sucks because I can't. That's why I have to learn that super hard trick to even like get close to the top of the leaderboard.
Dude, if Sunshine runs were as good as they are now when I was starting, there's no way I would have given it like a ghost of a chance.
See, that's how I am. It's kind of intimidating. I love
the main reason I committed to it is because the times were like so reachable. It was like I could actually do this with some time, You
didn't have like Jolly Leech Skipper or that weird one in Pianta or what's that? The merry-go-round and shit, roller coaster.
EYG.
Yes, with the clipping through the wall and spraying and all that stuff. Like, you didn't have that. It's like so weird.
It is a weird one. Yeah. I would define it as a weird one.
Yeah, but I just did a few things. Like I did that Serena with the banana through the glass wall. I did it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And then like
I can't even do that one.
Hey man, I did it 10 times in a row. That's my thing. Can I do it 10 times in a row? So I
can't even get it once in a row.
I always right?
Is that the thing? There's always that one thing we randomly suck with. We're not consistent. Is that your thing?
It's a meme because like my last few runs, I've gotten it first try like my last few runs like just fine.
Okay.
But occasionally I have a moment where like I can't do it for like a few attempts. It's kind of weird.
I have that randomly with the dumbest thing too in Spyro. Like we just have that. But
yeah. Well, that's speedrunning. Sometimes you just fall out of
and then
comfort.
it seems like I always miss it at like the worst possible times, like right when Sid is watching. It's like I swear to God, the last 10 times I never miss this. The one time you're here, I miss it. It's like,
I just lull and leave.
It's like, bro, I swear, it's just because like you're watching. You're like, fuck you.
Yeah, Yeah, and then I tried honey skip or whatever. I just didn't know the timing of the dive, and I got down there, and I had to keep hopping to stay alive and get to that corner.
Oh yeah.
So I like tried that out. I love clipping through walls and like doing
Honey
weird
skip
skips.
is like a baby Ocarina of Time setup.
Yeah,
kinda.
it's so weird, but I
Yeah.
I didn't even have. I already had Pin and Park unlocked. I was just trying to like get to a spot to see what it was like. Well, I should probably
cool.
get a new save file and try it. But I was just like
Yeah.
just trying like through the motions and stuff. So I've been messing around with Sunshine recently just to have some fun with it. But
Well, hey, I want to end on this thought. You're willing to put in many, many hours of like the 10-minute speed run of Spyro.
yeah,
Why not many, many hours of 80% Sunshine, huh? Maybe?
maybe.
Hey,
I'm so
next time
addicted
you
to
come on-
Spyro, it's insane. Like,
Hey,
Oh, yeah, I feel
Nick-
you.
yeah, I gotta
What-
get that big time. I want to be like top 10 on leaderboard soon. Like,
yeah. When we have you on in season 3 or season 4, you can talk about your
Or
new
my
season
first
five.
80%
Or
run
season
to
5.
Sunshine, huh? I'm gonna convert
Yeah.
it here. Like,
Yeah,
I,
and that's how you get to
the
it.
mechanics are very fun. I am like obsessed with the game. That's why I like
Hey.
watching you play. So
Well,
That's
hey,
what- that's what
recognizing
everybody
that the
enjoys.
mechanics are good is the first step because not everyone agrees for some reason.
No.
So,
I mean, I will say that camera is fucking cursed. Like,
okay.
I was just about to
Spyro
say.
has some jank camera, but you can control it pretty well. Sunshine, I'm like, come on! I'm like, move! Like, what are you doing
Really?
here?
Okay, I need to learn. Please,
Well, yeah.
Yes.
please enthrall us on what is wrong with the camera in Sunshine.
It
Go.
seems like it gets stuck on walls and stuff or something, and like it
Did you
randomly
try-
be super close and far away. But maybe I don't know the technique, and it's my fault. I assume.
You just got to remember, there are
Yeah.
3 options to change the camera. You got the Y mode, first person mode.
Yeah, Y mode's
got the-
nice.
You got the L trigger to center it behind you, and you
I
got
don't-
the C stick.
I don't want to stop. Like, I want to keep going. I don't want to have to stop, center my camera, and then move. I hate doing that. Like, I beat myself with Spyro about it. I don't want to have to stop, get my
I don't
camera
know,
set up,
I-
and go. I just want to go. on my
One thing I
camera.
will never understand, Sunshine is like my favorite camera of any game ever. So,
Maybe
like,
I'll learn to appreciate it because I've played it on
Hey.
and off the past few years. I haven't like sat down. Like I tried doing hoverless. I got to Corona Mountain. And I couldn't do like the spin jumps
Oh, yeah, that
or
one's
whatever in
tough.
time. And I got to there like back in 2020 when I tried to do like it was a challenge run. It wasn't a speed run. I was just like, can I beat it without hover?
Hey, you got past Eel. That's dope.
Who you said? I heard Dio. What did you say? Eel?
You got past Eel. That's dope.
Eel was like an hour. And I remember watching. I think it was actually your hoverless run on the leaderboard to learn how to
Wow,
freaking do
that
it.
would not be the best example, but
No
I
wonder it
appreciate
took me an hour.
If you would have
Thanks.
Yeah,
watched, like,
Trey.
I should have watched Nanashi do it or something.
Yeah,
Trey,
I
I
think
watched
you're
your-
like. I just recognized your name because you know your video on YouTube. So I was like, I'm gonna watch this guy. So that's
Yeah,
kind of
fair
just
enough.
why I did it. Yeah.
I watched Average Trey's any percent run to learn how to do the Serena 3 clip.
It took me like
And,
10
Uh-oh.
hours to do.
Wow. Man,
Yeah.
but yeah, like
Uh.
Eel was the hardest, and the red coins are kind of weird until I learned how to do the Y camera. Like you could literally couldn't do without the Y camera, but the red coins was like, oh, this is weird.
Oh
Then
yeah,
I
Nike 3
understood
is
it.
tough, yeah.
Yeah, that was really weird, but it took me like I think it was like 7 attempts, and I finally got it.
Mhm.
But the eel was
Dude.
forever. Oh my, that was so
It's,
painful.
It's so refreshing to hear like sunshine enthusiasm. Like
Everyone's been
not-
playing it for so long. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
fucking PD RNG or you know, so I'm like,
Yeah, we're
complaining.
such curmudgeons now to everything. It's like,
Well, yeah, we
Yeah.
sit here and just like, yeah, we played
Frustrated.
8 years of Sunshine. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Elden Ring. Fuck it.
Yeah, you just get so
Like-
burnt, or like you know,
Yeah.
same old.
I get so
deal.
burnt.
Yeah,
yeah,
you get so burnt.
but no, it's like I always loved the movement since I was a kid, and like I was trying to do beat it hoverless. I think I need to just play hoverless again and just beat it. I like
Yeah.
doing challenges like that. So once I beat my hoverless little playthrough there, and I finally get through Corona, I will. Yeah, maybe I'll
Cool.
maybe I'll do all Plaza Blues
Maybe-
first. I'm out.
Oh yeah. All Plaza Blues is a good bite.
I don't know
Is it
why
good
I
just,
like it. I love watching it. It looks fun.
No, it's a good short category.
you
like
know me and my
like
short
you're used to.
categories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a great podcast. Thanks for coming on, Skinner.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. It was really
Yeah,
awesome.
we'll be
Yeah.
sure to. We could even plug your website or whatever in the description.
Oh,
and all that.
thanks. You don't have to, but thank you.
No.
Oh, we will.
whatever.
Don't worry. Wait, is it Etsy or like your own site?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
So maybe don't. I don't know. But
If you don't know, then
yeah.
we don't know. So.
Yeah.
To wrap this up, before we wrap it up, do you have any shout outs that you want to make?
To like other people or
Other people, like your Twitter, your Twitch.
okay, well, if anyone is interested in watching maybe a Sunshine Noob and Spyro 2 speedruns, you can come watch me on my Twitch, Skinner_Koopa. So
Cool.
I love going fast. That's why I'm addicted to the competition. So that's what you like to see. I don't think Twitter really matters, but if you want a super pretty controller, I use the same tag everywhere, Skinner_Koopa. So you can come look there, and I always have my website in my like bio there. So you could just look there if you're curious. So if you want a pretty controller for your speedruns, there you go. But
That's perfect.
that's what I'll
Nice.
link.
For everybody.
Yeah. But yeah,
All
you
right.
guys are great hosts, by the way. Just easy boys to talk to.
Thank you.
Well,
You're chill.
hey, you know what? I felt like you were like a third host, so it was nice to have you
I
on.
told you I'm good at rambling. Sometimes I'll like lose the conversation, or like I'll forget what I said a sentence ago. So
We don't often have people ask us questions, so
I'm
it's
just curious.
well, no, that's fine because my voice is shot, so it's nice to like not to have
I'm
like
glad
a
you
pseudo
lasted
third
this
host.
long, or your voice held up.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I'll be fine. But yeah, hopefully next week my voice comes back. But it's been nice having you on,
Yeah.
and this has been episode. We're on YouTube with Sid and Trey. Video games are hard on Spotify and Google Podcasts, and this has been episode 42. We'll see you next week. And we're trying to plan out the last 10 episodes of season 2. So
Last
you guys
9
have a
now.
last
8?
7,
6.
7. No,
5.
8.
8.
That's
If you include
5.
50, yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for chilling.